And we're live. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Purple Pod, episode 30, the number one show in the world for dating. Started right here in Dallas, Texas. Please make sure to like, subscribe, and go follow the podcast Instagram, please. Any more ladies always come on the show. If you're a lady that wants to come on, please DM me and go follow everybody or all the other links down below to the TikTok, the Facebook group. Please, the Twitter. I need to grow all those accounts, guys. So please go and like them up and share them and everything for me. Shout out to just Donnie tonight. We got as producer. JR is out in Miami. Shout out to FNF Dallas. I hope y'all are having a fun time out there, y'all. Um, and we got a really awesome table with just five ladies tonight. We'll see how this one goes. It sounds like everybody in here is pretty single. So
Yes, sir.
like we're gonna figure out why they're single tonight. All right. So we're gonna start with just y'all's name, your age, your education level, and what y'all do for work. If you want to flex on us, your credit score or something, maybe I don't know. But we'll start at this end of the table tonight. Your name, your age, your education level, and what you do for work.
My name is Brianna. I'm 21 years old, and I'm currently a college student. I'm an engineering student at A&M,
Wow.
studying aerospace.
Wow, engineering student. That's
Yeah.
crazy. Are you just in town from school, or are you doing online schooling right now?
So I'm at the Engineering Academy in Fort Worth. I transferred to
Okay.
CSTAT in the fall.
Oh, that's awesome. No, congratulations. Sounds like a really good. You're doing really good. What about you? What's your name, your age, your education level, what you do for work?
All right. Well, my name is Day Day. I'm 27. I actually went to Colorado Mesa for a couple years, but I took a moment off. Right now, I'm just working for State Farm,
Okay.
and that's really about it.
What are you doing for State Farm? Just like regular insurance, like car insurance and stuff?
That's crazy. You in my business?
I'm just curious
Don't do that.
sometimes. I'm just sometimes
Okay.
curious.
It's like it's claims.
Okay.
Yeah.
No. I mean, that's the worst part. I feel like claims.
It's not. It's actually really fun.
Oh, it's fun.
Like
I personally hate insurance companies. I think they're the biggest scammers in the entire world. So that's why I sometimes like to ask more questions about insurance companies because I just don't like them. I'm sorry, you're the enemy of me.
Did you just shit on her job?
No, I actually did shit on her job.
A whole company. You
No,
just
yeah,
said,
yeah.
I hate your company.
I just hate insurance companies. Yes, I just don't. I think that they're the biggest scammers in the world. Like they make billions of dollars off the backs of people getting hurt and just bad things happening to them. And so like I just really don't respect them. Like they could pay out more money to certain people all the time, and they don't do it. They rather make billions more dollars. So or they could lower everybody's rates by $50 or $100. But no, I'd rather make billions of dollars every year. So fuck them, honestly. No, if you ever have any bad things happen to you and an insurance company screws you over, there you go. I told you.
Did they screw you over one time?
No, I'm actually the
That
king
was
at finessing them. I like finessing them back because if you know what you're doing, you can always make money off the insurance companies. Cause fuck them.
Okay, period.
Sorry, I know. I bet you hate me even more now because of that. What's your name, your age, your education level, what do you do for work?
So I'm Rachel. I am 31 years old. I have a master's of public health. And I'm a recruiter for a tech company.
Okay.
So
You just like recruit for jobs for them?
yes.
That's dope. Okay, well you're gonna have to recruit her when she's done, huh?
Yeah, actually.
So what about you? What's your name, age, education level, what do you do for work?
Okay, so my name is Sade, and I am a pre-K teacher. I have a bachelor's in communication studies, and I'm about to get my master's in entrepreneurship and family enterprise. I'm also a model, so check me out. And yeah,
I didn't know you could get a master's in entrepreneurship. Like that's
it's
like
an MBA,
okay.
but it's
Oh, okay,
like
business. Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
it's
Yeah.
MBA.
I was confused for a second. What about you? What's your name, your age, education level, what do you do for work?
My name is Slim. They look like I got y'all like going because I'm still in school right now.
That's fine.
I go to school for speech communication because I'm trying to help people. Because some people don't know how they talk. Some people don't know what they're doing. But I'm still in school and I run track.
Okay.
And that's pretty much.
How good are you at track?
Good.
You used to be like really good in high school and stuff.
No, I'm still good.
Oh, you're still good.
don't
Don't knock me.
Shots on the slide.
Hey,
you know
what?
what I'm saying? That's what he's doing tonight. throwing shots.
No,
Okay.
honestly, I really like that you're a speech person. I have to find a speech teacher soon because I'm trying to get better for my show. And like I have, obviously, y'all would notice that I have a little bit of a stutter and stuff. And like I'm trying to find somebody to teach me how to speak better. So that's cool that you might have to plug me in with like your teacher or somebody. Maybe
Yeah,
you're
I
really
got
good. I don't know.
Nah, for real. You gotta just talk. Let it out.
Yeah, you just gotta talk more. That's why I told myself when I started this podcast, I was like, I'm gonna get better by just doing it like over and over and over and over and over and over and over. You get better no matter what if you just
Nah,
practice
for real.
something every day.
Yeah, no, I think you're doing pretty good.
That's what I said.
Seriously.
Oh, just wait.
But, like, you need to
I
pick
like
all
it. I trip over my words all the time. Like I get really bad sometimes. All right, we got some new
I'm down on your
questions now.
top then.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be on your top then.
Yeah.
God. Since you came from State Farm.
Oh yeah. And then if you was good at track, oh yeah, and you got the little damn when I was 31, like I'm on your top.
Hey, he did the damn. I
Oh.
didn't do the damn. That was Donnie who did it.
Damn, I'm on your top today.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm never scared. All right, so
Ooh,
this
you gonna
time,
touch my leg.
I want to know, how do men catfish and how do women catfish?
Oh.
Yeah. This
Well,
is
I
a
got
new
one.
one.
I
I'm
think-
gonna start with you on this time. Yeah. How do men catfish and how do women
I
catfish?
feel like men catfish with their body parts because I mean women we don't care that they ugly. I don't know, ain't gonna lie. Women don't care that they ugly. It just they be kind of into like the private parts, but women more so face makeup. Boys be looking at
So
the
they
makeup.
so like, what do you mean catfishing with their body part? Like with their dick?
Yeah,
Like they just send a
they
dick
be in the-
pic
they
and
be
like
in
that's
the
how they're
mirror,
catfishing.
When they be in the mirror, they be trying to make it look long on the side and it really be little, and then they trying to catfish your head like they got that shit bang bang, and they really don't.
They wear the gray sweatpants.
Yeah,
Mm.
they like the
Okay,
sweatpants. The
okay.
Nikes will do it to you. I'm telling you, they have you catfishing all the way down to your kneecaps, and you ain't really looking like that.
Wow. Hey, I did.
Catfish.
Hey, guys, listen up. You can catfish with with your dick. I didn't even know this
I
one.
never
And then
heard
what
of
about for
that.
women?
And it's the makeup for the women.
The makeup for the women?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Well, what do you think?
For the guys, I'm gonna say it's their hat. Guys be hat fishing, and when I say hat fishing, that man look good with that hat on, but when he take it off, you like, where's the rest of your hairline?
So
or like,
it's
why-
either a hairline or they're bald, though. You think?
no, not even the like. It's either the hairline or it's just like, you know how some people just look good with most of their forehead covered up. It may be their forehead too big or something. So along those lines, and then for girls, yeah, sometimes it do be makeup or just like, yeah, makeup.
That's what I'm
Hat
saying.
fishing. This is crazy.
Hat
I'm
fishing.
learning a lot from
Yeah, I
y'all
never
right
thought
now
about
about
that.
men. I didn't think.
That's
Never
that's
thought about
the one.
both their answers. I was surprised on. What about you?
One that hasn't been named is social media fishing. Like the
Not
niggas
the
that be
Uda
having
fish.
like the little bread, like the
Mm.
money all out.
He's flexing super
but
hard on social media.
flexing, But it's they partner like clothes. It ain't
Oh,
they section.
yeah.
It ain't they bottles. Like they just like some scavengers.
They're like some scammers.
No scavengers.
Yeah.
I meant scavengers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Like,
actually, yeah, actually,
Scavengers.
literally a scavenger. Yeah, no, for real.
yes, I've seen like guys try to like. I've been in a section before, and I've seen guys try to like, like come in a section and like the guys in the section like, who are you? Like, who are you? Like, who are you? Who do you know? So I think that's like
The number one for
catfish.
guys.
Yeah.
What about for ladies?
I would say they already said. I mean their body. We know angles.
Mm.
So we,
Yeah,
you know how
stand in the
to
right
sit,
way.
you know how to sit your ass on the counter, make your ass look
Nah, for
fatter.
real. That's the one.
And you know the clothes, the angles to suck in, the arm. Yeah, so I would say angles.
Okay. What do you think for guys and girls?
Oof. Y'all took all my things for the guys.
Mhm.
Nah, for real.
Mhm.
But for the girls, I would have to say filters.
Mm.
Definitely gotta be the filters because
Mm.
I'm guilty.
I was surprised
as
it took that
charged.
long. Yeah.
I'm guilty as charged. I do be taking some filters, especially the one with the lashes on it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Shit's already done for you.
First
yeah.
thing in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah,
With the bunny.
With
With
the
the
bonnet.
fresh lashes.
What about guys? What do you think about the guys?
Ooh, for guys, I have to definitely still go with the hat fish because I've been hat fished a couple times.
Wow,
they
the
got a
hat.
5
I ain't
head.
gonna
That's what I said.
Nah,
That
for
forehead.
real.
Yeah.
Mm.
The
I'm saying that them
hat.
Or they
eyebrows
don't
will
have
get
a
it to you.
hairline. It's their
No,
hairline
for
be fucked up
real.
too. It be
Mhm.
like back here because it's receding.
Damn barbers, man.
Or
No,
they
it
cut
ain't the
off.
barbers.
It's
Oh,
the
it's
genes.
genetics.
It's the genetics.
It's the
No, I actually
genetics.
posted something this week that it was energy drinks that was causing it, and I was like, damn, that's
No, they
crazy.
said that
I don't
Mountain
drink
Dew.
energy drinks, so I was like, that must
Them
be it because
pills
I
from
don't
the-
drink them.
The gas station.
It's that now doing them pills.
them pills from the gas
Keep
station.
on
Yeah.
taking this stuff from the store. They ain't gonna have no hair, no nothing.
What about you? What wait, what was the question again? Oh yeah, catfish, or how do guys catfish? How do women catfish?
I mean, everyone's already pretty much said everything, but like girls, they be photoshopping a lot.
Yeah, so
Like,
basically like the
a lot.
filters or the next
Yeah,
level
like,
of like
stuff like
using like
that.
or using the apps to like make it even better.
Yeah, or like,
Face what's it called? Face
Tune.
app or something or
Face tune.
It's face.
You must just
yeah,
see
I don't
that.
know. I just know something. What about for the guys?
I mean, honestly, oh, you know what? I go to the gym a lot, so I have a lot of like gym rat friends,
Mhm.
and like they'll look like really good in those pictures, like really buff and everything. And once they stop flexing and all that stuff like that, boom, like the tummy drops.
It doesn't look like the
arms-
six pack from the pictures.
She said it don't
No,
lie for real.
because I've been catfished like that too, and I was like,
Mm.
dang.
Man, that's crazy.
No
Yeah.
6'5".
It's that
So,
catfish
so what I was
thing.
thinking whenever I made that question was, I was like, in my opinion, what I like to teach women is like the number one way that I think guys catfish right now is through what they wear, like trying to look like they're valuable, trying
But
to look
that really
like they
don't
have
matter, though.
money, but really it's like their homies shit, like you were saying, like they're like wearing their homies
DHK.
Gucci or something. Yeah, and I think that's like a huge way that guys catfish because they look like a provider, but they're really not. They're like
But I
they,
feel
they,
like,
they look like they got money, but they don't.
but I feel like in Dallas, that's everybody.
That is
Oh,
everybody.
wow.
Yeah,
Everybody just
it
look
is
that way.
everybody.
So you really
Well, I
gotta
mean,
look, you gotta look
I
past
think a
that.
real man doesn't even do any of that stuff,
That's what
and
I'm
like
saying.
they do their own thing, and they don't even think about what everybody else is
That's what I'm
doing. You
saying.
know?
You gotta look for the ones
Yeah.
that's walking.
Yeah, and there's some that are like that. For one thing that I was gonna say about women though, catfishing, it's definitely social media like crazy. Like I cannot express to you how many times I see girls that call themselves like tens, and like you see them in real life and they're fours or fives. But if you look at their Instagram, I'd agree, you do look like a 10 on your Instagram. You do, like all these pictures all edited and like how you and all the perfect pictures stuff. They do look like 10s on their Instagram. They don't look like that in real life though. It's crazy.
Yeah, they work them angles.
Yeah, work them angles like y'all were saying.
I had one thing though
Yeah, go for
for
it.
the lady right next to you on the left of you.
Yeah.
You had mentioned that guys are being scavengers in other people's sections at clubs. Wouldn't you say women do that too?
No,
We
I
talk-
no,
we
no,
actually-
no, no. You
No?
don't have to finish the question. No, you're not a scavenger. It's an equal thing. Like guys want beautiful women in their sections. That's why you get
Correct.
invited. So in order to do that, we get free liquor. We get the seats. We get the liquor. We get the vibes. You get beautiful women. So no, it's not a scavenger. Now, don't get me wrong. If you're not invited and you try to sneak your way in,
Yeah.
yes, you can be a scavenger. However, I've never snuck my way into a section. I've always
You
been
shouldn't have
invited.
to.
Yeah.
I'm not going unless I know
Yeah.
somebody with a section. I'm at that age in my life to where I'm not general admission. I'm not standing up. I don't care. Like if I go to a bar that's cool, I'm not going to a club that I know I'm not going into a section. So I don't think women can be a scavenger. Like if you're invited.
Well, you're not a scavenger. You can be a bottle rat, though.
Yes,
That's the thing. Like
correct.
girls may not be a scavenger, but you can definitely be a bottle
So
rat.
what do you classify as a bottle rat?
A girl that jumps from table to table, that's a bottle
same
rat.
night?
Like yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
they go
yeah,
from
yeah.
table to table.
Oh no, I don't do
Yeah.
that.
Well,
That's not
no.
gonna
yeah.
see.
That's
Well, I
not
mean,
cute.
yeah, there's definitely some girls though that do that. They literally just go and they just
No.
and they table hop though. You might go with your friends though, and you're like, this is our table, this is our section, we're staying here all night. But there is definitely a big number of girls that table hop, and like that's how they get free drinks.
But
all night,
also,
if
like,
they
what's
wanted
the
to.
problem?
There's
If
nothing wrong with that. Yeah, I'm not complaining about it.
Like if they go to the table and the guys that bought the section want to give them liquor, what's wrong with being a table
Yeah, no,
rat?
I'm not saying there's
That's
anything wrong with that. I'm
that's
just
something
saying that
wrong
it's a bottle
personally.
rat. If,
Huh?
if a girl wants to be a bottle rat, she's more than welcome to be a bottle rat. I'm just saying she's a
But
bottle rat.
but that's like a very bad connotation. When you call somebody a rat, that's nothing good.
Well, I mean,
About a
I don't think
bottle
there's. I
scavenger,
mean,
though.
you just said even
I mean-
even you just said that like you don't do that type of stuff.
No, but I don't.
And I think there's a
anything wrong
reason
with it.
why. I think there's a
I
there's
mean,
a negative
I'm not
connotation
going- I'm
with
not
it, even
going-
to you.
But I'm not. It was not even that. I'm just not going to somebody's section that I don't know.
And that's
And so
how
that's
most
how-
people are, unless
yeah.
they're scummy in some way. You
Well,
know,
I don't think
they're
you
kind of
talk
like a
about
bottle
the
rat.
females because some females that's not good to be with a rat. Whatever he just said, they ain't
A bottle
about
rat?
that. So
Yeah.
I don't even think you should try to justify that for them because that's still not good.
It's
'Cause I wouldn't
in your
even say
section.
that's good.
okay. All y'all are above
Yeah.
them. Nobody here is a bottle rat, so who cares? You know, fuck them.
No, we're about to find out the truth, Sergio.
All right, so now I want to know: do you feel like self-love can replace the desire for intimacy from other humans? Do y'all feel like self-love can replace the desire for intimacy from another human, from another guy? We'll start with you this time. Yeah, this is a new question.
Wait, repeat that again.
Do you feel like self-love, like how much you love yourself, can
Mhm.
replace the desire that you would normally have for intimacy from another person?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Never really thought about that.
Yeah.
Like I guess if you like really love yourself, you don't. I don't really know if this is gonna go on the lines of the topic, but it's like if you really love yourself, you're not gonna be so dependent and feel the need that someone
Has to
love
fill a
you.
void or something.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I feel like that's a very, I don't know. It's kind of
It's a weird question, huh? Yeah, I heard this on another channel. I wish I remember who it was, cause shout them out. What do you think? Do you feel like self-love can replace the desire for intimacy from other people?
I would have to say yes, just for the simple fact of it is you can't love somebody else unless you love yourself.
Hmm.
I mean, you can try it, but it's gonna be a trial and error. I have to say, like, just from my own experiences, like, I had to figure myself out. I had to figure out what I like. I had to figure out how I know how to love. What's my love language?
Mhm.
You can't go into a relationship with somebody else. You don't even know nothing about yourself.
Mhm.
So I definitely think, yeah, self care definitely right before.
Okay. What do you think?
So I'll disagree. And I'll piggyback off of you. I don't think you can have one without the other. Like, even if you have self love and you can be the most self love bitch ever, right? But that still does not replace the intimacy that you'll find with a partner.
True.
And so, and also you can't have true intimacy with a partner without having self love. So I think that you can't you can't replace one with the other. You have to have both. And if you don't have, you're missing the other one ultimately.
Mhm.
So yeah, I say no.
Okay. What do you think?
I agree with you. I feel like even if you do love yourself a lot or whatever the case may be, it's still like an emotional standpoint when you're like, you want that type of intimacy from someone else. And even if, like, there are people who, don't end up in relationships like forever, but it's like, it's still like something that wants that void of having a partner, or because you can't love yourself like how your partner would love you, or you're not going to be able to just you can't always do everything for yourself. So like loving yourself and then being whole, that contributes. Like that's a big part. You have to be whole in order to love the other person and, come into this relationship as a whole. But you need that intimacy just in general, just like rather if even if it's platonic, like
Mhm.
you still need that type of intimacy from others rather than you can't just get it
You
from
can't just from yourself.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. What do you think?
I don't know if this is gonna be on topic, but I agree with them with the no, because I love myself wholeheartedly. I do. But I'll be bored sometimes, so I'll be talking to boys. I'll be talking to different people. I'll be talking for different things. One person got a car that's clean. I ain't gonna lie, because, I'll be bored. But I love myself for that, because I know not to talk to no one person.
Yeah.
Because I see people, they talk to one person, they be getting cheated on. And sometimes they boyfriend be trying to talk to me, so it be kind of weird. So that's why I be saying, like, I love myself wholeheartedly. But you do need intimacy from other people, like men, because like doing it by yourself, you're gonna want to do it for men. Like I ain't gonna even sit here and lie. When I go outside or go out, I look good because it's like I know I look good for myself, but dang, who else think I look good? He think I look good, or she think I look good. I'm not gay, but she might think I look good. Like you just go out there just to look good for yourself and for other people. Like don't lie, we do go out there looking good for other people and ourselves.
Okay.
Shout out to you, because you're the first person on our show that's ever admitted that, man. So really appreciate that. Nobody ever admits that they do make their
I'm just real. That's just me,
beauty
though.
for other people to gain attention for others.
Yeah, no, it is rare to see some honesty like that. The big thing why I wanted to ask about that is because I truly believe everybody at this table must be really good. Honestly, y'all all sound like good relationship people because of y'all said that it would never replace the intimacy. But I think today there is a lot of women that love themselves so much it is replacing that intimacy for them, and like they don't even really need it from certain guys and shit because they love they're obsessed with themselves a little bit. But everybody here is really humble. It kind of sounds like
That's
so.
just narcissism.
Yeah.
That's
Well, there's
just
a lot of
narcissism.
there's a lot of narcissism today. You gotta understand the internet makes narcissists. Like social
Yeah.
media literally creates narcissism.
I think
Like
that
every person that's in the social media game is a narcissist if like they're an influencer or something, in my opinion.
what if it's not that, they're replacing it and like they don't need it, but it's more of like I know my worth. So because I'm not gonna deal with this from him, such or whatever, well, he don't need my time. So I don't even need to put up with that right now. I don't have
Yeah.
to deal with that. So it's like, why even go get that intimacy if it ain't worth it?
Yeah, and I could see that. I could see that too. I could definitely see that. Next question: what age will you settle for the average man? So what I mean is a guy that makes average. I think is $38,000 a year, 5'8",
Never.
5'8", overweight because the average man is overweight today. So go like I don't mean fat. I just mean like he's just above what he should be at. So of those three things, is there a certain age that you'd be like, you know what, I'm tired of being single. I'll settle for this, 40, 45, 50. We'll start with you. What do you think?
I'd be like 35, 40.
35,
'Cause I
40?
ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna have to go get it out the mud until I have to figure it out. Cause I ain't depending on no dude if he
Hmm.
average.
Yeah.
I
Until
mean-
you're 35, 40, you would give up them.
Yeah,
I can't even give you no age for real because
You never want to settle for average?
that's what I'm
No, and then like you say fat and like all
Well,
this
because
other
that is
stuff.
average. If we look statistically,
No.
that's the average
I
man.
need to be like like right now at this age that I'm in, I just don't feel like I can just like a person based just straight off their personality. So I need to be at least a little attracted to you. I can't do that.
You
That's
can't even say like 40. You would start, thinking about it.
no, because
Even at 40, you're like, I still want this.
it's gonna be somebody out there that want me that look good. So I can't.
We'll see. What about you?
I will repeat, never.
Never,
No.
never. All
I
right,
would get old enough. I
y'all,
would date younger.
y'all can both live
Yeah.
together.
Yeah, like
Right.
no,
Y'all-
like no.
You will date younger. You said.
If I get old enough and the men my age don't, I will date younger.
Yeah.
Now I'm not saying dating 15, 20 years younger than you.
Yeah.
But I'm saying like I will date younger.
Yeah, because you can still get those guys.
I got a
Yeah.
question.
Yeah. Now, do you
What's
think
young?
that like those? Yeah.
I
Yeah.
want
Go.
to know like what age is young for you? Like what's the youngest?
The youngest I've dated.
Oh no, that what you would date.
So say if I'm 45, right? I'll probably date like 35 plus. Like
35.
within a 10-year. I
10
wouldn't
year
go
gap.
below 10 years. Like that's no.
Okay.
Yeah,
So what
no.
if that's average though?
What I wouldn't choose somebody that's average at 35. So either you still have a body. I don't date average men now, regardless of. So I've honestly never dated somebody fat, and that's just not something I'm
You're
attracted
not gonna
to.
start. You're not gonna start.
And I'm not
anytime
gonna
soon.
start at 45. Like
That's good, though.
I would literally look. It's called a rose for a reason. Okay, I'm not dating somebody fat. I'm not dating somebody bald. I'm not dating somebody who makes $38,000 a year. I'm not. What do we? You have more things to worry about than me.
Okay.
Nah,
Do
for
you
real.
want a relationship?
Yeah,
Do you want kids?
I have one.
Okay. Do you plan on having more?
No,
Do you want marriage?
it's open.
It's open. Like
Yeah.
you would like
I want
is that like
long-term
an end life
partnership.
goal? Like do you really want marriage? Like is
It
that
used
something
to
that you
be.
really want?
It
Used to be,
be,
but not anymore.
Not anymore. I think it's the constitution, like the foundation of marriage, is a little different. I seek long-term partnership.
Mhm.
However, I do see the upside that marriage gives, which is like legality,
Mhm.
right? And so, but it's not like, oh my God, I want this fairy tale wedding, because I know what the other side looks like. I've been engaged. I had the big ass rock. I had the beautiful ass what's it called?
The wedding and
Proposal.
stuff, yeah.
The proposal. Like I've done all of it, and it's just not all it's cracked up to be. And so it's like, I mean, yeah.
You got to make sure that damage from one person doesn't, spill over into other things though. So
That's
so
too late.
so a big thing is just because that messed up, one time, like you shouldn't judge, marriage for the rest of your life. And the thing is, like if we look at statistics, it shows that women, y'all's happiness really relies on marriage and kids in the future.
No, it does
So,
not.
oh, it does. There's a reason
No,
why
it's
women
not.
are more
It is a
have
statistic
more on.
that says that women have less quality of life married. Men have a higher quality of life. Women
You're
are
correct,
less
yes.
happy in marriage.
No.
I will show you the statistics.
I could show you
Well,
that
we
like
can-
that
we can
that
search it
a
up
large
together.
predicator
They
of
say, "Show
happiness
me
for
the
a woman.
Carfax."
The large predicator for happiness for a woman
It
is,
may be
is marriage
kids.
and kids.
It
Yes.
may be kids. It may not be marriage.
I'm just gonna say this as a woman in STEM. It is actually because we are born nurturers, and that is probably where the statistic comes from. Is because we are like our hormones and everything like that tells us like when we have our periods and stuff like I want a baby.
Mhm.
That I think that's what he means by that, not just like we have to. It's just like it's literally our hormones that tell us that. It doesn't mean we want it. It's just our hormones, like our body is saying it.
Which
Okay.
I get, but overall, like I've seen a study that says women who are married have a less quality of life.
Oh, I'm not saying, I'm not disagreeing.
Yes, and so but men, they live longer if they're married.
Yeah, it's way
versus
better
a-
for men. Yeah,
Yes,
we
why?
save more money. We live longer. Everything's
Why?
better for
You
men.
have a woman that takes care of you, right?
Yeah.
Men, if you're married,
Yeah.
women takes care of you more often than not. The male is not really present in the kid's life. That falls more on the mom.
Okay,
The household falls more on the mom.
you're assuming these things.
No,
This
the
is all whenever you
statistics.
choose a bad man. Like you
That's
need to
what I
understand.
thought. That's what I
You're-
was
you're-
saying.
you're-
That's a bad
you're serious.
man.
But I'm just
But I'm
saying,
saying
any woman
statistics.
that says these things, that's their own fault because they chose a bad man. Now, if you actually
leave.
choose wisely,
You can
if you actually
leave.
choose wisely, you never have these type of. The problem today is women are choosing their mates and they suck at it. Y'all truly suck at picking men, and like that's just a fact. Like it's not like a maybe or I think.
You don't
It's
think
a fact.
men do switcheroos? Like they
Are they
say
finessing? Of course,
Not
I
even
teach
a
every
finesse.
day.
Not even finesse, but just like a hey, this is me. XYZ until they get you into a part to where you
I
can't
mean,
It
leave.
is,
they
in
got-
my
you know what I'm
eyes,
saying?
I
They
still
have 'em
call
like
that a
that.
finesse. It is still a
Yeah.
finesse, and yes, they are doing it like crazy.
So
If
how
y'all,
did I choose? How did I choose wrong? If you told me you were gonna be this person,
But the
and
moment
say
you
we chose and we made
Yeah.
a family
because
together.
you got
It's a betting
famoosed.
issue.
Okay, then
You're
I
not.
didn't
You're
choose
not
a bad
understanding.
man. I got finesse.
I'm
I
about
just-
to
I- can I
explain to
say
you
something
how it
else?
was for all of history. For all of history, for women to have a man, the dad or the brothers or the uncles were all going to vet that man to make sure that she wasn't going to get famoosed.
Man,
So this is the problem today. There's not enough fathers in households. There's not enough
Yeah.
vetting. Like, y'all don't go to your fathers to help you vet a man. Never. There's no woman
It's
that
always
does that today.
forget they dad.
Oh,
And-
I don't say
I
no
did.
But in
woman,
reality,
I do.
in
I
reality,
did.
You know
I did.
what?
I
And my
talked
dad
about it.
gave his blessing. So
yeah. What I'm saying, was he a part of every part of the dating process though, from the very beginning? I highly doubt he was about it from the very start. Like, literally, like was judging him on y'all's first date, and that's what he should have been doing. Like, you should have had somebody from the very first day being like, like I'm watching it from the start to the wherever it got to where he was marrying you.
Not
And I
my
guarantee
dating.
you it wasn't like that. Like, he probably jumped in at a random spot.
I agree. He did jump in at a random spot. But I think that what you're saying is we should go back to different times because that was in the before times. However, if we're going to do that, then men don't do any of the things that they do from the before times.
Yeah. So, but this is the thing. Y'all want a traditional man, but y'all aren't traditional women.
Do
Now,
you
if you
go-
acted traditional, you would be able to attract a traditional man. There's tons of men that are
But I
traditionals
have a
today.
question.
There's
I
tons
got
of them,
something to
but
say.
you're not going to be able to find them if you're not acting like a non-traditional
I
woman.
have something to say.
Yeah, go ahead.
I just feel like before you get married, you gotta say yes. So if you feel like before the marriage or before the relationship and you knew that it wasn't good, it was bad in the first place, you should never say yes in the first place. And I just feel like when women get married, they see the wrong and they see the bad in the men before they get married. So I feel like they bring it on to themselves when they get married. Because if it was me and I knew that my man was acting kind of weird before we get married, I'm gonna tell him no. I don't care if everybody out here with
Yeah.
the
So,
cameras.
It's a red flag. Like, they have tons of red flags. Yeah.
I'm gonna chip in too about
Yeah.
the whole vetting process.
Mhm.
So whenever I was with my first ex, I was not honest with my father. Like, I did not tell him about all the stuff that was going on until way later. And whenever I told him all this, he's like, "Brianna, you need to get the fuck out.
Mhm.
Like, you need to get out." And eventually I did, and I'm way happier now.
Yeah, like you'd be surprised how much they can help, but like, nobody wants to ask for their help. Like, why would y'all? I understand. Like, why would you? I wouldn't want to either. Like, we live in a whole different world than it was 50 years ago. But sadly, guys are finessing harder now than ever. Like, they're always trying to finesse women out their box. I always have to teach women on these panels. Like, guys will say anything to get sex. They will do anything and say anything.
Nah, for real.
So, like,
That's me.
it-
I'll give you right out your draw.
yeah.
Made you fuck.
Nah, for real.
So did you answer the what age would you settle for the average man?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, go ahead. What age would you settle for the average guy
Right now,
right now?
Right
How old are you?
27.
No.
27?
No, I'm just kidding.
No, you better not. Baby,
Hey,
Well,
no.
we're not letting you leave this podcast.
Nah,
so
that's what I'm
we-
saying.
No, cause listen, y'all.
It's okay.
I'm a hopeless romantic. Okay, listen.
Oh, they get you.
I be getting them, but they get me too at the end. So okay, listen.
So you
I'm
think
the
you get
flip.
them, but then
I'm
you
the
know
one.
guys?
I'll be fishing, and then they get me. I'll be like, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna spit my game, and then sooner or later, I'm like,
I don't like you no more.
bro, I really love you for real.
Oh no.
She said,
No,
"Yeah,
keep
I
your
like
hope
you."
alive. Don't, don't fall for
Hey,
it.
I be on that Kodak. I hope so.
Oh,
Wait, so you're 27. Would you really take an average guy? Or you just
nah,
kidding?
I'm just joshing.
When would you
I'll
do it?
say, honestly, 35. Because
35?
I'm kind of like, I've already did all I needed to do. I'm already like, got all my own shit. Now it's just, I'm missing you.
What about you?
So I'm the youngest out of everyone. So the age thing, that's a little weird to me because I won't date anyone over 25.
Well,
Good.
we're saying, like, when you're
Oh,
35,
oh,
would you
okay.
settle for the guy that makes 40K a year, you know?
See, okay, y'all gotta hear me out on this. I mean, I'm gonna be making a whole hell of a lot of money when I get out of college. I got 3 referrals to Lockheed. I'm good on money, so I don't really. That's to me like that's not a big problem. It's more of ambition level. Like if they want to work and like they actually are trying to build themselves and have a successful life, that's different because everybody starts out at the bottom.
Mm.
So I'm not gonna be like, oh, I need a man that's like 6 figures and all this stuff. If like a man is like decently attracted to me and he is loyal and he's just a generally good person, has ambition and will be a good father figure, that's like what I look for. I don't need like I work with models all the time because I model. So it's like all these like people that are making hella money and they're modeling for like Gucci and Vogue and all this stuff. I don't really care about that because they're douchebags.
Yeah.
Like they make money, they look good. I don't really care.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It's about who's a good person to me.
Yeah.
You just want to find a good person.
Yeah.
Okay, so like you
But
would
that's gonna
probably
get you
actually
hurt.
take the guy who only makes 40, 50K a year if he was a really good guy.
Yeah.
Okay. Also, I want y'all to just know, ladies, those guys that are average right now, if they're like a plumber or electrician, HVAC, any of those type of jobs, they might be making 40, 50K right now, but
Yeah,
give them
I-
5 to 10 years and they're a journeyman
Yeah.
or they're running their own business, their own cruise or something, they're gonna be making good money. So like don't run away from those guys because they might be really
Wait.
good men at the end of
And
the day.
that's
Let
where
me
the
s-
ambition part comes from.
Yeah.
Like if he's okay with just staying at the bottom, that's different.
Yeah.
Let me say this.
Yeah.
This not about the money necessarily. I'm talking about looks. I'm not going for a fat man or like, you know, he let himself go. Like, you know, if you average, my daddy make average, and you know, I'm here
Yeah.
because of him. So I've been able to survive. There's nothing wrong. We about right now, probably everybody make about
Average.
at least average.
That's what
Everybody
I'm
sitting here.
saying.
So it's like that's not the end of the world. Like, you know, people do the ambition part growing and stuff. I'm talking about just, you know, just settling because
Yeah.
I'm lonely.
Yeah.
Like I'm just gonna settle just because like why?
I would also like to say be very careful about being shallow or wanting somebody that's attractive because you need to understand every woman today is thinking like what you just said.
Mhm.
And guess what? If y'all all want the attractive guy, there's not that many of them.
But
But
you
I
know,
also
want the
everybody's
attractive
taste is
guy.
different. Everybody's taste is different. So
I'm
what you
just-
may like may not be what I like. But you know, everybody's taste
You'd be
is different.
surprised though how much women are sharing men today. Though you'd be very fucking surprised. There's guys that are doing something called spinning plates, and they literally will have a one girl for each day
That's
of the
them
week.
athletes.
And y'all would never know. Yeah, the athletes, any guy who makes good money that's over 6 foot tall, and he's actually like attractive. Yeah, y'all
got
y'all are
both.
competing. Y'all ain't. He can lie to you all day long
I'm
and
not
say, "Oh, it's
competing.
just you," but you're competing. Trust me. There's
But
other
tell
women.
me,
not
would you
competing.
do you
I'm
want
not.
somebody
Bye.
fat?
Of course not. But like the thing is,
exactly. That why we want somebody fat. You don't want nobody
That's what I'm
fat.
saying.
The prob-
Guys don't want that. So
the-
why
the-
would we want that?
well,
But they do talk to
well,
fat
the-
girls though. I don't met some skinny people that talk to some
But
fat
they
juicy
but they
people.
want something.
I just
though.
want people to date within their like whatever they are. So the problem today is like people like to call themselves a 10 and then or if I was a woman, okay, say I'm a
Look at
4.
10 before.
But let's be honest. Let's say I'm a woman, I'm an actual 4. Like I'm a little bit overweight, say like I'm 150. You know, I'm 5
150 is
foot
overweight.
well, like
Depends.
say like she's short,
Short.
like she's like 5'1", 5'2". She's an average girl for these type of things. But she goes and sleeps with a guy that's a 10. She goes and sleeps with okay, whatever. We'll say 180. I want to say a girl that's a
200.
oh
Because
my
what
god,
they-
because y'all think a girl's a
That's
4,
obese.
she's 200. No, a girl could be a 4 that's 160.
Overweight.
Like,
Overweight.
yeah,
like-
you could-
no, I'm not talking. But you said overweight and 150. 150 is like the average size of a woman.
Yeah.
Not 5'1".
yeah.
Yeah,
5'1"
Yeah,
if you're
5'1", that's a little bit.
That's
yeah,
my
I was
size.
saying
That's-
just like
that's heavy.
Oh, I didn't hear the 5'1". That's on me.
yeah.
I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. But like
I apologize. I didn't hear it. I'm sorry.
wait, what was I even saying?
We need to
Okay,
honor
yeah.
our
No,
means.
say she's an average girl. Okay, like she's everybody. If you asked 100 men, they would all say on average she's a 4. Okay, but that 4 can still go fuck the athlete or go fuck a guy that's a 10. Like they
Because
like
he
they can
think that
still
she a
fuck that. So
10.
what do you think happens to that woman that's a 4 and she goes and fucks a 10? What do you think happens to her mentally? Do you think that she's
Nothing,
gonna
'cause
think?
that's the girlfriend. The girlfriend's always the 4, and the girl that he cheating on with is always the 10.
No, but I'm saying mentally, this is not.
Literally.
like, come on now.
But guys, y'all are missing the whole picture. This is horrible for your mental health. It
That's
is
her mental
horrible
health.
But-
for you to go
Hers.
fuck a guy that's a 10 because then you're like, I must be a 10.
I
If
think
I can
that's-
fuck these guys who are 10s, I must be a 10.
No, no,
and this
no.
is what we have today is a
No.
ton of egotistic women walk around calling themselves 10s
You
and they're
know if you
fucking
a
4s.
10.
I think I think that can go beyond that because some women are very confident. Like or men can be very confident.
Mm.
This man would think he a 10.
Mhm.
Baby, you a 4. Like
And-
just how you feel like, but I think it's a matter of the person. Do I think he a 10 or how you feel about
Yeah,
yourself?
how big is your ego? Yes, we're talking about
Not even
ego.
ego,
Yes, this
confidence.
is
Say
ego.
people
This
who-
is ego. No, this is ego at this point. We were talking about ego. Like you're saying how guys act like that. That is his ego that's talking.
Okay,
Just like
but-
how a
But
woman
some
can do
men
the
be
same thing.
using females to get their ego up because I ain't gonna lie, I done met some people that's just they was a 4. Matter of fact, a 2 boosted their way up to a 4 because the girl was boosting their head up, helping them.
Y'all
get to
gotta
a
understand,
6.
looks don't matter for
City
men.
boy,
Y'all want
city
to y'all can sit here and act like looks matter for men. It doesn't matter. The guy can be a 4 because if he makes a lot of money
Yeah,
or
if
if
he
he
got
got game, he can get girls because that's how it is for a man. It doesn't matter, guys. I'm like a 4. and I was fucking getting hella girls when I was single,
They thirsty.
and that's sad. That's
That's-
sad. I don't even
no,
look that
don't
attractive,
say-
right?
Can you
It
not
is
I'm
say
not even
that
that
about
attractive. It's
yourself?
being, hey, it's called
He's talking about for the
humility. It's
females
called
now.
it's called
Sad for the
humility.
No, you need
Okay,
to put a
there's
little
nothing
more
wrong with being
confidence.
honest.
No.
It's called
you
humility.
shouldn't
There is
have that.
nothing wrong with being
No.
honest
No.
about yourself.
You okay?
No.
But
called
hear me
humility.
out. What's your girl? Yessie?
Yeah.
Yessie, you think your man a 10 or what? You
Baby,
know.
you can lie all day long.
No, she may think you a 10. I think it's about the, what you like.
That's what I'm saying. It
It's-
is really about
but-
what you like and what you're looking for.
Exactly, because
But-
you might be
but here's
you
the
a 10
thing.
to Yessie.
Here's the thing. You got to understand. It does not matter what she thinks or what I think or anything. It's about the marketplace. And what I'm saying is the
Yeah.
general marketplace, what women would think of me, what other, if I had 100 women lined up, what I would be.
What's the
That's what I'm
majority?
talking about. I'm not saying what I think or what my girl thinks. And that's what everybody should be thinking. Like, we shouldn't all be thinking I'm a 10, that's egotistic. That's all ego when you are talking like that. Same if a guy did the same thing. It's all egotistic. But when you're honest with yourself and you're humble, that's you putting your ego to the side and saying the truth. You know?
You can know your worth and still be humble too. Like, I know I'm not a 10 out of 10, but I know, like, I have other qualities that I
They
have
might
to
be
show
10s.
for.
You might be a 10 in intelligence. You
Yeah.
might, y'all understand, like, that shit doesn't even matter. Y'all's looks don't even matter for the right man. For the right man, it's how complimentary you are, how nurturing you are.
Yeah.
Like, there's other factors that are way bigger to a man sometimes. Like, don't get me wrong, beauty is a big deal to get in the door with a guy, but there's other things that we look for in a wife and a mother way more.
That's not for that y'all only get to choose though.
Hmm?
That's what it sounds like. It's like the men only get to choose.
Well, no.
We the
So
ones
this is
they
the way
pay
it
for
works.
for.
If you're a top 10% guy, you're choosing because you're the value. You're the thing that is rare to get. But if you're just a normal guy, you're completely right. They'll just hop into any pussy they can get. They'll beg. They'll simp. They'll do whatever it takes just to get a girl. But and y'all get to run game on those guys all day long. Y'all can do it all day long. But those guys that are high value, you can't do it as much. It's a little bit hard because he has the leverage. Like, you're the one who's fighting for them.
It ain't never too hard though.
It ain't never too hard. Well, it's never too hard to get sex, but to get a fucking ring, to get a relationship, that's hard.
Nah,
It is hard to get a relationship today. Like, here's the thing: men are incels if they can't get sex. They're incels, involuntary celibates. They can't get sex. What's a woman that's a femcel? A femcel woman is a woman that can't get a relationship, and there's tons of women today that cannot get relationships. They can get sex all day long, but that's like me bragging that I can fuck
But
fat
I
chicks
just
all
feel
day
like-
long. It doesn't fucking mean
I
anything.
disagree.
Yeah, I mean, hey, if you can get a relationship from a fucking simp, a fucking dork guy, and
But
he's
you're not gonna be happy
or
for it,
whatever,
though.
yeah, that doesn't matter. That's like me bragging that I'm fucking fat
It's
girls.
like
Like,
that
it doesn't
settlement.
matter. Like,
Isn't
it's
that
like
that
me.
humility we looking for?
Or that
You know,
settlement.
right there?
Mhm.
Like that's that.
Settlement.
Well, no, I'm just telling y'all, if a guy fucks girls that are threes and he thinks he's cool, that's like a girl saying, I can get a relationship from all these guys. It's like, yeah, but they're simps. They're lame.
What
That
they
doesn't
bring it to
matter.
the table.
But the guy that you really want, you can't get a relationship from him. It
Nah,
makes
for
you a
real.
femcel. Sorry.
Okay.
Wait.
So what, you gotta not really want them no more?
Huh?
That's what I'm saying. You
Well,
gotta
no,
not
y'all are
really want
always
'em.
going to lust after those people. I always say don't live in your hedonism. Like, people are living in hedonism and pleasure right now. And so y'all will keep fucking those guys even though they're not giving the relationship. Like, I teach being celibate here. I teach women to stop having sex because if you keep fucking them, you're going to ignore the guy that's actually a good guy if he walks by.
Nah,
Like,
for
you
real.
can easily be digmatized or just not even thinking or not even looking. And then the guy that is a good fucking guy that's perfect for you, he just walked right by you. Like, God is sitting there trying to put you on this path to this man, but you're fucking digmatized by a douchebag over here. You know what I'm saying? It happens all the time, man. I try to teach women this shit all the time so this doesn't happen to y'all. You haven't said would you say, or no, you didn't answer it if you would sell for the
Yeah.
average guy. Yeah. Okay.
Sergio, you want to knock out Sergio?
Yeah. Let me do those real quick. Michael Mitrock with $1. Thank you for making hail, bro. With them pennies. Zoro's lost with the 5. Would you get married, have kids at an earlier age if you knew that you lose 90% of your eggs by 90? That's a 42 plus single career woman.
30.
Oh yeah, by 30.
Oh,
That
man.
that a
Horrible grammar.
42 plus single career woman are the saddest people in the West. Yeah, that was the statistic I was
Horrible
talking about. Yeah, but that's a statistic I was talking about. 42 plus single career women are the saddest people in the West. And your eggs are gone 90% by the age of 30. Would you get married, have kids at an earlier age? What about you? Would you get married and have kids at an earlier age, knowing those facts?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think it's good to get married early. I feel like it'll be too late if you try to get married then, because I done seen my father. He done got married 3 times.
Mhm.
So he got married when he was young, which was he learned, with the first one, but he didn't really learn for real.
He didn't learn enough.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. So he got into a second one. He didn't learn, but he knew enough to when it got to the third one, it was okay. It was good. And that's where I learned. I was like, I actually want to get married because you have to work with dudes. You have to be understanding with them. Because, I mean, not everybody perfect. I'm not perfect. Everybody not perfect. And we ain't gonna, like I said, we're not going to sit up here and act like we just a 10.
Yeah.
And everybody like 5'4".
Yeah. Yeah. Remember, 5 is average. So it's not like, so when I called myself a 4, guys, I just said I was slightly below average, which I don't mind saying about myself. You know, I got to ask, is your dad, were you raised by your mom and your dad together, or just your dad?
I
Or
was
anything
just
like that?
raised by my mom.
And then she had a stepdad, or you have a stepdad? No? No?
My mom raised me, and then I got older. I started going through like man problems, and so I started talking to my dad more about it. And I mean, it was like some good pointers, and it was I'm observant too, so I observed a lot of stuff, and it was more like, okay, so this is what happens when this happens, and this is what happened. Oh, I'm not gonna do that next time, because I wish I would let that happen to me again, because it's like my emotions, my feelings be real deep, and I don't want to have to hurt nobody's son. You know, I would hate to do that.
Yeah. I feel you. What about you? After reading those statistics, would you get married or have kids at an earlier age?
So I'm only 22.
Mhm.
So, no, like
Doesn't matter.
in the future.
You
Like
just freeze the eggs.
Like, yeah, no, because I mean, not necessarily like. Does that mean like my eggs are gonna be like, even if some eggs are gone, like what does that mean? Like
90% of your eggs are gone by 30. It's geriatric pregnancy at 35.
I mean, but like I just don't think. I mean, because even if I do it now and I get even if 90, say I have a baby right now with the wrong person, just because and he don't take care of his kids, just because my 90% of my eggs was gonna be gone, like just forcing. I feel like that's forcing it.
It's not about forcing it. It's
that
about
is forcing it.
No. I'm not ever. You gotta understand. I never try to push people to force anything. The problem is that most people aren't being self-conscious about certain things that are negative about them. So they come on the show, and I try to open you up to maybe seeing that you might have some of these negative qualities, and if you remove them, you might have access to a whole new type of man that wouldn't be a shitty guy.
No, but
the problem is a lot of women attract shitty men because of what you're putting out there.
So I'm shitty because I don't want to have kids right now?
I'm not saying that at all. I said sometimes y'all attract shitty men because of what you're putting out there.
What does that have
because
to
of how
do
you
with,
act and how you are.
Okay, but think about this. I'm a young woman, right? I'm graduating. I'm trying to get my shit together, do all this other stuff. What am I going to do with a man and a baby right now? I have so much life to see.
Like I said, I'm not trying to tell you to do that
but I'm
right
saying,
now.
but I'm saying that's the question, right? If I was older,
and I'll tell you why it's a big deal to start right now. Because if you look at how money works today, if your parents wanted to retire right now, it cost about $1.5 to $2 million is what you would need saved in your HSA or your IRA or your 401k. That's what you would need. So in about 30 years, whenever I'll be retiring, because I'm 31, my generation is going to need $4.5 to $5 million to be able to retire. Most women get their retirement from their husbands. Okay. So if you start this now and you find a good man now that has a good job with a 401k, HSA, or IRA, and he's about his savings, stuff like that, you're going to be fully taken care of in 40 years whenever you're retiring.
That's the thing. That's me banking on a man to make sure that my man going to have everything together. I don't want to do that.
It's not about banking. It's about being a team player. It's about having a teammate. And if you want to go through if you want to go through life by yourself, that's fine. But you're not going to make it far. If you have a partner to go through everything with, to help you save and to help you be your teammate, you're going to make it way further.
Okay,
what happens if he
exactly.
dies?
We banking on this one man.
What happens if what if he goes and wakes up one day and says, okay, well, I don't want to be with you anymore?
Then that's why you do a prenup that has it set up to where you're going to get money. You can sign a prenup to where you get a certain amount.
Coming from a very male perspective, that's like ignorant to a certain extent, because at the end of the day, a woman, if you have a kid, you need to be prepared to take care of that child by yourself, regardless of if you have a great partner, regardless if you have a husband. You have to be financially prepared, mentally prepared, all of that, because you can't leave.
And nobody's telling you that you shouldn't have all that. You should have all that.
No,
and the thing is, if you sign a prenup correctly, and if he sets it up correctly, and he actually cares about you, you will be taken care of.
But that's the right shit. That's the right shit.
Yeah, I'm trying to give you advice on how things should be done correctly.
Do it right.
Yeah, do it correctly. I'm telling you how to do it correctly. The problem is that a lot of people get married and they do it the wrong way, and then they hate marriage forever, and they talk shit about it forever whenever you did it wrong.
You telling me to get my husband and make $50,000 to sign a prenup Be for real.
Yes,
But
because
that's
you
Be
can
for
put,
real, y'all. Be
if
for
I'm
real.
gonna marry somebody, you gonna have to sign a prenup if we're gonna get married because that's an agreement. That's like if
Oh,
if I die, you can have my.
let me
baby.
explain
So
what
y'all
a
are
prenup- hold
business.
on.
Y'all are being married in
salary of
business.
$40,000
Let me explain to you what a
What
prenup.
assets
Let
we
me
have.
explain to you what a prenup is really quick because it sounds like everybody
I
doesn't
know what
fully
a
know.
prenup is.
Hold on, no, I'm about
I
to
very
go.
much
Hold
do.
on, let me go into detail of why it's important really quick. Okay, the reason why it's important is because if you don't get a prenup, the judge is deciding everything. But if you do a prenup, you can put right there on the paper, if we divorce, this is what's going to happen. This is how you're going to be taken care of. This is how everything's going to be done. Otherwise, it goes to some guy to make all those decisions. That's why a prenup is safe. There's nothing wrong with it. And you can convince a guy who's making $50K a year because if he has the drive that y'all want and he's the leader and he's going to do all those things, he would do it because he knows he's going to make more money in the future. So he needs to prepare for that.
So
Well, but I'm saying we started the conversation because she said she wouldn't feel comfortable.
Exactly. I'm
because of the
22.
money.
Yeah.
So that's how this
Well,
all started
I
because
just-
she wouldn't feel comfortable.
Yeah. Well, I just
No,
want
this
you.
all started because I said that I'm 22 right now. Just because I'm not looking for a partner to settle down and get married with, I'm living my life. I'm living my life. Honestly, me today, what am I gonna do with a baby? I'm 22.
Once
I'm
again-
trying to go out. I'm trying to do all this
Can I say
stuff.
something?
He
How
never
I'ma do
said
that?
you can have.
That's what
You
I'm
need
saying.
to
He
have a
wasn't
baby
trying to
right
say
now.
right
He's saying at
now. He's
earlier
saying like
age.
it's just in
At an
general.
early
Like
age.
you never know what's gonna
I'm
happen.
at the early age right
No,
now.
early
22,
age is
23,
25,
25,
26,
26.
27.
Okay.
That's early age. 25
God.
to 30. That's early age.
And
That's
I'm
what
just
he
saying
means,
to
like,
find the
before
guy
30.
right now. Like, I'm just saying to find the guy. Like, you don't have to get married next year. You don't have to have a kid next year. But to start vetting and finding a good guy, you do need to start soon. And here's the thing. You are right. You're young. You're 22. But I tell girls that are 22 this shit specifically because you don't want to end up a 30 or 40-year-old woman. I go on TikTok every day and go to the hashtag dating over 30, dating over 40. And these women are crying all day on there because they can't get no men anymore. Okay, and they're not the same value that they were before. Okay, you hit something called a wall at a certain age, and you're young, so you're not going to experience this for a decade or longer. But you're mentally going to hit a point where you're going to realize you're not pulling the same guys that you were pulling when you were 22, like you are right now, and you don't want to be at that point. So I'm giving you advice so that doesn't happen to you. You don't have to follow it at all. You can be a cat lady at 40. I really don't give two shits.
I don't think
But
I am.
I'm just saying that's just the best route to take. If you want to be happy at 50, it's the best route to take.
he said a cat lady.
Right.
Yeah.
I got a cat and I'm
Like-
not 50.
I need my husband by the time I'm 25, or I'm gonna be a cat lady. Like,
No, friend. I'm here to find.
no.
I'm here to find
I don't
somebody.
need no help finding a man.
So
Cause it seems like y'all look
I'll
crazy.
answer.
Yeah, go ahead.
I would
baby, I'm
not. I would
simple,
not
though.
have a baby young.
Exactly.
One, for financial reasons. Two, I would, regardless of, I would like to have my career, regardless of a man. And also the caliber of man that I attract now versus I attracted before my 30s is totally different.
That's the husband.
Yeah, you're
The
right.
husband, yes, like the men that I attract now are well within the six figures before I was 30. So no, I would not have a child early.
Well, those guys aren't going to take you serious though. What you and every other woman your age keeps thinking is that you're going to get taken serious at your age, and you're not. At 30, at 31 years old, you're not going to get taken serious by a guy who's successful. It's just the truth.
Y'all need to read.
Yeah, no,
No,
you would
I
already
just
you would
think it's
already have a
so
ring on your finger if it
funny.
was true. You'd already be married if that
I
was
just
true.
think it's so funny because you talk like, and I'm trying to take you serious. But I think that you come off so derogatory, as if like a woman has to follow your ABC steps. And it's if you know me, if you know the men that I want or the men that I talk to, and you're telling me that the men I talk to don't take me serious because they're
If you were
successful.
in it, you would
And
you would
so-
be in a relationship.
They wanna
You
have
understand?
sex.
Women of
They
value
wanna
get
have
locked
sex.
in. Women
Wait,
get
whoa,
locked
my
in. They're
God.
valuable.
Not
They
women of
wanna have
value.
sex.
They
You
do.
let me sound
They
like
get locked
you're
in.
sounding like Kevin Samuels here, but also
Hell yeah, I'm
pause.
kind of like Kevin Samuels. He's one of the greatest guys to ever
Okay,
try to
well, now-
actually fix the community.
Okay,
What are
well,
you
then it
talking
was-
about?
Help me!
Dating-
Help me!
I'm gonna sign off. Thank you.
Disrespect Kevin Samuels. Get the fuck out of here.
Help
The
me.
fuck? Like, you sound goofy as hell.
me.
Like, literally the guy that tries to fix the community, tries to fix relationships more than anybody else in this world, and you're gonna talk shit about him?
I'm not
The
even
guy that
gonna lie.
literally tries to save the community and put people back together, and you talk shit about him? He's dead. You're crazy.
Yeah.
I'd like to take
But
this
I'm
chance to
just saying,
apologize.
I don't know. I just
Absolutely
feel
nobody.
what he's saying. It's not like a good thing or a bad thing. Though. That's what he's saying. It's like a win-win situation. But it's like, if you think
It's
about
a
it,
perspective.
it's
to
like men want sex if you look good. I ain't gonna lie,
Y'all,
'cause I
y'all
look
can
good.
scoot over if y'all want.
I look good. It's been times
just
where
push
it's
that
been
last
plenty of
chair
people
all the
that
way
I met
over.
in the world It's been plenty of people
no,
I
just
met
push
that
that.
only wanted like sex or just only wanted to talk to you because your body looked good and stuff like that. So it's like different men do like you for different things. We have men that like you for being a regular person or just being a girl or just liking you because your teeth pretty. Because I don't have a dude like me just for me and don't even care about how I look. Then I don't have a dude like me because of my body and he just wanted to have sex. And I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes your intention as a girl, y'all want to have toxic traits. Y'all want to talk to men because he know how to pull you or he hard to get, so you want to keep on talking to him because you feel like that's gonna boost your confidence. So I just feel like a lot of stuff is girls' fault, and a lot of stuff we're not gonna admit because we're women. But I think it's 50-50 with both, and it just takes for a girl and a boy to come half and half and understand if y'all want to make money in this life for real, y'all got to come together. Because if you really think about it, y'all cannot take care of yourself right now by yourself in a 1-bedroom apartment in Texas because it's $1,500. And if you want to say something. And if you my age, this young, and you out there getting it for real, and your mama not helping you, good job.
Yeah,
I'm
for
gonna
sure.
say that, good job, because I know a lot of women that's out there faking it.
Yeah, and I agree with you. It's 50-50. Like, I think guys are just as shitty too. Like, don't ever sit here and think that I think men are these awesome things, guys. Like, I don't think men are awesome. I think 10% of men maybe are worth relationships today. Maybe. You know, so like it's that, yeah, and it's same for women though. Like you're saying, it's 50-50. Like, there's a lot of messed up women and there's a lot of messed up men. So what was somebody else gonna say? I think somebody else.
Oh yeah. I mean, just look at the old times, like back in the day. Like, look at my granny and them. They didn't have no choice. They got stuck to whoever they got stuck with. They even know that man from Adam and Eve, and they still made it, and they made it work. And I say they made it work for 50 years and more. Like, that's the problem. Like, with relationships today, they just want to go with the now and not for like the future and what's gonna happen. Like, you ain't gonna get. I mean, you can get somewhere with, like, by yourself, but like just what y'all was just talking about earlier about the self-care and the intimacy, you gonna need that man sooner or later.
Exactly, bro. And you're gonna need some help. You're gonna be tired of doing it by yourself. I'm telling you, like, I get tired of doing stuff by myself. I ain't gonna lie. I say I'm independent, but you get tired doing some stuff by yourself. So you ask your mom, you're gonna get tired of asking your parents. You're gonna get tired of asking people when you want to ask your significant other, because that's the person you telling stuff. Your significant other don't always gotta be somebody you have sex with. That can be your best friend. That can be a friend. You can just say, oh, I don't want to have sex for 3 months. If that's your man, your nigga for real, he ain't gonna have sex for 3 months. He gonna be willing to wait on you and sit there and wait. But you gotta find the right person. And then, like I said, if he ain't the right person, then you should have left a long time ago. You should never been staying in a relationship that wasn't good for you. Back to self-love. You should have loved yourself enough to leave that situation alone and to work on yourself while you could have. While y'all was friends.
No, facts. The one of the saddest videos I just saw recently on the dating over 40 hashtag was a woman that was 46, and she was crying to the camera because like her whole page was her like roasting guys basically all the time, like talking shit about dating and stuff. And then she was crying on here, and she was like, guys, I know I do that shit all the time, but I'm done now. Like, I'm about to go into surgery. She was going into surgery for something, and she was like, I had this huge like flat like a epiphany moment, she said, and like she realized when she was about to go into surgery, she doesn't have a man when she gets out of surgery that's going to be able to take care of her. She's going to be calling her mom to help her, her sister to help her.
That was the last thing I want to do is call my mama for help. Like, because she wants to help.
But that made me so sad watching that video, because I was just like, this is why I do this show, y'all, because I don't want women to end up like that 46-year-old woman. Like, that's regretting the 10 or 20 years that she was having fun or whatever, you know. Like, it's crazy, and it's so normal today. Like, it's so normal to be like that other girl that was just here, to sit there and think that you're the shit, and you're actually very damaged. And like, there's a lot of people that are in that situation where they're super damaged, but they have this crazy ego, and it's like the damage is even there, but it's still there.
That's why I said sometimes, like, as a woman, I feel like you should give yourself a break at a young age. I feel like if you're 20, 22, 21, like my age, it is good to have a break, because if you don't have no break, bro, you might drive yourself crazy when you get older.
From what?
Like,
from sex.
Bro, from men, like,
men,
you need to, I'm telling you, I done seen women talk to men and the ages they needed to take a break. You done talk to so many people, the energies, everybody you done talk to, it's on you, it's in you.
Yep.
Like, you need to arrest a break. If you can't go 3 months without talking to a dude, then you're messed up personally.
Yep.
Because you cannot. You don't know how to feel without a man. Like, you just like, oh my God, I want to talk to somebody. He not my boyfriend. Then that's not self-love. You really saying fuck yourself, because you still with the dude that ain't even your boyfriend. He talking to 16, 15 other girls.
So my question is, does this all revert back to the initial question of, us doing this at a young age, earlier age?
No, I think that just was on her.
No, but I'm saying, like, this is what the initial question was, like, about this being at an early age, right? If it's 22 or 25 and you're not with the right person, like you were saying how your grandparents or whatever be together, people wait 18, 19, 20 years. Oh, I gotta wait till my kids grown to leave. I never wanted to be with that person. Like, I feel like that's settling. That's what I'm saying. Why would I settle? Because I'm like, oh, let me go and pick. Let me go find the right man right now when my husband supposed to come find me. Like,
but who said we was looking?
Exactly.
So that's what I'm saying.
When you're vetting, you're looking for this partner to go build with, do all this. Is that not vetting?
But here's the thing.
Is that not vetting?
Here's the thing. Like you just said, I want my husband to come to me. And you're right. Like the guy does need to pursue you a little bit first. But what I have to teach women today is that y'all are in this really shitty situation where you want to be chased, but there's so many women.
About being chased.
If I like somebody,
but you want him to come to you though, at least on the first time, okay? But here's the thing: there's so many girls that give out pussy for nothing that it's super devalued, and you almost have to go chase the guys that y'all want now. It wasn't like this 20, 30 years ago.
I'm really tired.
But it's different now. It's really different. Like my girl pursued me. Like it's like you got like it's a really shitty world today where if he's a high value guy, you kind of have to lock them in, and that's what you don't want to settle, you know. So if you don't want to settle, you are gonna. And like here's the thing though, you're gonna compete. I don't like you were saying earlier that you might have a different type of attraction than other women and stuff, but I feel like you're probably attracted to the same type of men that most women are attracted to. Okay, and here's the thing: in the black community, black men are very fetishized. Okay, you got Asians, Mexicans. Like every type of girl, white girls, they all want your man. So if you want to date within your race, you got to compete with all those other women. You might have to accept that he's gonna be a cheater if he's 6'4" and he makes 6 figs.
And you like, man, I still want to be with him, but you know it's Brittany Brianna from Orlando, Florida, and this homegirl from over there, and it's like, dang, you gonna mess yourself up mentally. I done did that before. I ain't gonna even lie. I done talked to a boy, but then I'm like thinking that I'm gonna win just because I'm the one that's staying in Dallas with him. But he's talking to all these other females, not knowing like they coming to see him though.
Yeah, all those red flags. At least you're noticing them though, and that's the thing. When y'all see those things, if that's not what you want, you got to immediately leave, like you were kind of saying. We'll finish the question out. Would you get married or have kids at an earlier age, knowing those stats?
No, I still keep it where it is, just for the simple fact of it is because I'm not where I want to be. I know. I still don't know like what I want to do, and like honestly, I had my whole little just out and about outside in these streets kind of phase, and I know where I am now. I'm not looking for nothing. However, by 35,
you're gonna be ready to go.
I'm gonna be ready to go.
Hey, be careful. We got high risk pregnancy at 35.
So you freeze your eggs.
You know
yeah,
you got.
Hey, and don't pull Jennifer Aniston and wait too long to freeze your eggs because she waited too long and now she can't have a kid. Poor Jennifer. What about you?
So, if I found the right person, I would do it just because I do want to have a family, and like that is one of my biggest goals is to have like a happy, healthy family, mostly because I didn't have one when I was little. So I want to be able to provide everything I can for my child. And I know before I reach 30, I'm going to be financially to the point to where I can. It's just whether or not I'm going to have the man that is going to be a good father figure. He's going to be there and everything like that. But it's also too, it's like anytime I sleep with someone, I make sure, you know, if an oopsie happens, that they're gonna be able to stand up for the kid. Because I'm not gonna go fuck some bum that has no job just because he's cute.
Yeah.
Like, no, I need to make sure that this is gonna be someone that can provide for a child.
That's what I'm saying. Women are not dumb. And like to piggyback on what you said, with the kids, I think you're only gonna feel that if you're more so a family person, because I'm saying that on the side because like she said, I grew up with just myself. Like it wasn't a lot of us. So it's like I do want kids when I get older. So it's just like that's what we be like. It ain't wrong to feel like, I don't think it's wrong to feel like how you feeling, but I just feel like when we actually want kids at the age we wanted them, like not like I'm not saying I wanted kids young. I'm just saying that I do want kids because I ain't never was around kids when I was younger and I'm on my own.
You know, I didn't say I didn't want kids. I just know what I want for my kids. And like if I'm not at that stage right now, or like if I'm not there at you 27, you don't have no kids, you don't have no husband, none of that, I'm not gonna be like, oh, okay, damn, I'm almost 30, I gotta do this because my kid, like I'm not gonna be like, that doesn't mean like the statistics are man-made.
They're not man-made. They're facts. What do you mean?
It's man-made. Like somebody made that shit, because that doesn't necessarily mean that that's true.
Yes, it is. That's what a statistic is. That's the entire point of statistics. You gotta understand that. Like
my mama had me at 37.
She was an exception to a rule. That's
She was
you gotta
okay.
understand. She is an
Okay.
exception to
She
the rule.
she was under that. She still made it. She was 37.
Yes.
She had me.
exception
She
to
had a
the rule.
husband. She has all of that. And so
And our parents' generation is my bad. Our
my
parents'
my
generation is
mama met
completely
my
different than
daddy.
ours.
My mama met my daddy when she got with my daddy when she was like 35.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, our parents' generation isn't going through what we're going through right now in the dating marketplace. It's two completely different fucking things. So we can't ever compare.
Okay.
We can't even take
But
advice from them. Here, hold on one
even-
second. I need to go into detail on this, what you were just saying. So the reason why you have to care right now, there's two factors of why y'all have to care. And one of them is a big deal for you. So the more money you make, it statistically shows that women want a guy that makes 58% more than them. So that means that if you get up to your career and you start making 100K a year, which you should, somebody's alarm going off. Baby, can you please turn that off for me?
It's probably mine.
She'll come turn it off really quick. But it statistically shows that y'all want somebody that makes 58%. So say you do really good career, you get out of school, you get $100,000 a year job, you're gonna want to look for a guy that's making 150. And here's the sour thing. You can say that you won't, but you're just gonna naturally do it a little bit. But here's the thing. If you're going to be older when that happens, you're like when you graduate from school, when you're making your $100,000 a year, you're going to be older if you want to wait till 27, like she's saying. Y'all got to understand men here. Like y'all can sit here and say all day what y'all want, but let's take a step back and think about what do men want? Okay, what do men want? Because it does matter what some men want. The type of men that y'all want, you got to know what they want. Okay, and if you look at what men want, I'll give y'all an example. I'm 31 years old. My girlfriend is 23. Most men that are successful, making $250,000 a year, that are doing really good in their life, they're gonna go get a younger, beautiful girl that's perfect for me to have kids with, for me to get married to, that I know that I can go and experience and have a lot of great life experiences with. You gotta understand that's what men want. So I know that y'all want certain things, but you gotta take a step back and think, what do men want sometimes?
So what age did you grow up?
Huh?
How old were you when you grew up?
I never grew up.
Yeah, so you've always been like,
I'm a
okay,
kid.
I'm 22. I'm ready to get married. Da 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 da.
No, I'm just saying I'm a kid at heart. That's all.
I'm saying. No, what I'm saying, like realistically.
I mean, I got kicked out at 18, and I've been living on my own since I was 18 years old. So I would say I was forced to grow up at 18. Yes.
I feel like men go through a lot though, because I mean, I have a brother, and I know a lot of stuff because I see what girls do to my brother. And it's fucked up what they be doing to boys though. You know, manipulation. Sometimes, you know, girls do manipulate men. We push it. We make it further than what it is. But I ain't trying to sit up here and take up for no dudes. But you know, I just understand where most of the stuff be coming from. Like everybody ain't perfect.
Yeah. It's just being understanding. It's seeing both sides. Like men need to see women's side, women need to see men's side. If you go to any relationship counselor, the biggest thing they try to teach you is understanding your partner. Why did they do that? Why are they like that? Why? Understanding, because if you understand them, you'll stop. Better. Yeah, like you'll stop talking shit about whatever's pissing you off.
You want to leave or stay.
Yeah. What was the other super chats, man? I'm so sorry. Yeah, we're super behind on those. $5 from Mocha Bree. Thank you for coming back. You come back every episode. Thank you, Mocha. We got 5 from Zora's Lost. Chivalry is dead. Women killed it. Y'all yell, I'm independent, don't need no man. Chivalry means we are traditional and unequal. Chivalry in 2023 is earned. That is very true. It is earned. $20 from Call Me Goods. Ladies, thank you for showing up. Tell the truth and shame the devil. Raise your hand if you've ever had to talk your way into sex.
Oh,
you ever
I
had
sure
to,
have.
huh? Tell us, shame.
So he's like, raise your hand if you ever had to talk your way into sex.
You had to talk your way into sex one time?
Okay, listen.
Oh, you've been saying you've been simping.
I be spitting game.
That's what I said. I ain't gonna lie.
One thing about it, two things for sure.
That's what I'm saying. You gotta really sweet talk them though.
Oh, God.
It's really like it ain't. Man,
he supposed to talk y'all like
no, but you gotta understand. Sometimes you be bored. Like I said, you be bored, and when you bored, the ones that you feel like that you can't get, you get them.
Oh God,
with the sweet talk,
quick.
How funny. This is. I've never heard some of this stuff. This is weird. What's the next?
I ain't never got it with the sweet talk.
Well, no, I mean I got sweet talk for sure, but it's just like I don't hear it this often, honestly. $20 also from Call Me Goods. If the answer is no, understand that we have to talk our way into pussy, which is why it's more respected for a man to get pussy than for a woman to get pussy. That's very
but don't
true.
Make that like right though.
Hey, here I got to explain that really quick. There's a reason. This is why men are admired for getting a lot of sex, because for a man to get sex from a girl, you have to have the burning. She has to first respect you and have burning, genuine desire for you. And that is something that is hard to achieve for a man. Most men can't get burning, genuine desire from 20 or 30 girls. It's a rare thing. So he has something going for him if he's able to do that. Whereas as a woman, y'all know it's not hard for y'all to fucking get sex. It's an easy thing that you can get anywhere. It's hard to get a relationship, but it's easy for y'all to get sex. What's the next one? $5 from Zero's Lost. What? $5. Most men don't find your money, career status sexy or attractive or care. You end up being more masculine. What do you think the man you want wants from you? That's what we were just talking about. Like y'all don't like you want a career, you want money and all those things, but at the end of the day, sometimes you got to remember, what does the man that I'm looking for want? Because he might not want that. Like, and the feminism lies to y'all and lies to everybody like crazy and likes to say, men, like, and you're insecure if you're a man and you don't want a woman who makes more than you or something like that. But in reality, this is just the world that we live in. Like, the world is sexist. There's a reason why women can get flown out and go on a yacht when they're 19 years old, and a man doesn't get the same type of privilege. Everything is very sexist in the world.
And you're gonna want more. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead though.
I was just gonna say, like, what exactly is he saying? As if like I should just not pursue a high paying career just because a man wouldn't want me to?
I wouldn't say that. I would say be prepared to lower certain standards. So,
but like why would we lower our standards as a woman though?
Well, it's just certain, because this is why. Because if she gets a good job and she's making $100,000 a year because of what she's going to school for, she's gonna naturally kind of want the guy who makes 100 to 150K. And I'm just saying, you already said this earlier, so you might already do this. Consider the guy who makes 50 or 60K,
But
which I'm just telling you, naturally, it might be hard for you to do that.
I don't see, the thing is, I don't care what they're making. Like, if it's more or less, that's great. If they make less, it's fine. I'm financially dependent on my own. But if a man that's like making 50K a year and he's like, I don't want you to be making more than me, I'll be like, okay, bye.
Well, no, like he wouldn't say it. Like, I'm some guys would, if they were insecure about that, they probably wouldn't tell you. Most guys are not honest with y'all, ladies. Like, they're not going to tell y'all. Yeah, because it's going to make them look bad. So they're not even going to say anything half the time. What was the next one? Women use sign language. Shame, insult, guilt need to be right. When the facts make the shoe fit. The one that left didn't want to get humbled for being delusional. Yeah, man. I mean, she's lucky that she didn't stay to the end, because I was gonna hit her hard. I was gonna get her really good at the end.
Another question?
Yeah, no, I had something planned for her. $10, Eric G. Ladies, name one thing you did wrong in your last relationship and one thing they did wrong. So y'all gotta be honest on both sides of it. We'll start with you this time. What's something that you did wrong and something that he did wrong too?
Hold on, I'm trying to think. Okay, so one thing he did wrong was cheat. One thing I did wrong was stay and let him try to change, and then eventually I just got to the point where I thought about it every single day and I couldn't take it anymore, and I just left. And like, he did end up kind of changing and falling more in love with me, and then I couldn't do it. I was like so mentally drained from staying that I left, and I felt guilty for it because he did kind of change. Like, he didn't cheat anymore. He was still like lying about stuff, and I wasn't okay with that. But like, I felt guilty in a way because of that. But I still think it was wrong of me to stay, and I feel like I put both of us through.
Is there like you're saying it was wrong for you to stay because y'all went through more trouble because you stayed?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I've never had an answer like that, but I guess
was that the same guy that your dad talked to you about?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good to know.
Remember the dad.
What about you? One thing you did wrong, one thing he did wrong in the last relationship.
I have to say, what I did wrong was love too hard.
Love too hard.
And then for him, I'll have to say he didn't love me enough.
Man, these answers y'all are giving, this is crazy. What's something that you really did wrong other than love too hard? Like, but
the reason
let's
why
be
I
humble.
say love too hard is because when I grew up, all I had was like my mom and my dad. I seen them just love on each other, like to where like they never fought.
Mm-hmm.
And if they did, I never seen it or I never heard about it.
Really good parents, yeah.
So like when I get into a relationship, I'm all in. Like, everything you do, I want to be there. You took a shit today? You go, baby.
Nah,
I'm that kind of person. And I want him to be that kind of person for me. If I call and tell you, babe, guess what? I made it to work on time today. I want you to be like, there you go, baby. Any other day, you late. but today you
just
was
on
time.
some different stuff.
But like with him, it was like he can tell me like the day of, and I'll cancel everything to make sure I'm the only person there, to make sure I'm like always there. When he got done, I was the one massaging your back.
Yeah.
I was the one massaging you, but you couldn't do that for me.
Yeah.
And I stayed with that man for 9 years.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. I mean,
I stayed there for 9 years.
yeah, you definitely sound like a relationship type of girl. Like, you know, and it's hard to find people who match that energy because I'm the same way. I have BPD. I'm like super emotional. But like my girl is like super, like she matches me in everything. She's the first girl I've ever been with that actually matches my energy and all that type of shit. It's a very rare thing, I feel like, to find somebody that will actually do the same. What about for you? What's something that you did wrong and something that he did wrong?
Something that he did wrong, he was a liar, and then something I did wrong was my communication with him.
Okay.
So yeah.
Like you weren't honest with them?
No, like as in
ignoring them and stuff.
No, more like
you go to the club and then you wouldn't message them back?
The form of communication to him could have been better. Like I could have handled the situations that we have been in before. I could have handled them differently to where my communication with him wasn't like irate or
arguing.
Yeah, not even arguing, but more just like the tone, how I was saying it to him, or you know, the word, more of just like respecting it, and then
so
you know,
you be pretty aggressive with them, basically combative.
Yeah, you know, like it wasn't just gonna be like, oh, shut up.
Have you ever tried to like rest in your femininity, I guess you could say?
I would say yeah, but like I that takes me to like I can really rest in my femininity and be like submissive when I feel secure. So because I didn't feel that secureness from him, I felt like I had to always be like, you know, if we were arguing, like, you're not gonna put your foot down, I gotta put my foot down. So, or you gonna talk shit to me, bet I'm gonna talk shit to you back. And now it's gonna be like, now I'm gonna take it there. So like I feel like now, like that's what I was saying. Like that couldn't have been my husband, boyfriend, whatever the case is. That's why I'm like, I feel like me trying to find somebody, it has to be like where I'm secure, I can be submissive, I can be like, you know, I don't have to worry. I don't even have to cuss him out or get on his ass. Like we don't have to worry about none of that stuff because I feel good about him.
Because he's so perfect.
Yeah, because he's so perfect.
What about you? What's one thing you did wrong, one thing he did wrong?
I'm gonna start off with him first. I feel like his problem was trying to figure me out. Like, just don't try to figure me out. He tried to figure me out. And my problem was... Your boyfriend? No, it just like, he kept telling me what's my problem, and that wasn't my problem. Like, you know, if we was together, he like, oh, you doing that because of this. No, I'm not.
Oh, okay.
Like, you think I'm doing this, and I'm like, well, you don't even know what you're talking about. You're trying to figure me out, and that's not what's going on right now. Like, thinking I'm always sad and thinking I'm always in my feelings when I'm like, I'm good. But you trying to really figure out what's going on with me, and I'm good. Like, but my biggest problem was... I don't think I was the problem. But I just feel like my problem was the communication, not telling him how I feel, though. Okay. But when I did tell him how I feel, like, he started getting too...
Yeah.
But it was at the beginning, I feel like it was just telling him how I was feeling.
Okay. Now, is there another one? Was there another super chat after that one?
There's one that just came in.
Yeah, do that one really quick. $2 from Ragu Man. It's nice to see you again, bro. The masculinity is oozing out of my screen. They're not that bad, just a little bit. Not that bad.
What is he? What is this picture?
I know. What is that?
Oh, that's your dude you're going to be settling for at
35. No.
Yeah. So I want to know, does one man have the power to change the world, you think?
Say that again?
Does one man have the power to change the world?
Yeah.
Yeah?
No.
No?
Mm-mm.
No?
The devil.
The devil? No, I want to know, that, like, do y'all think a physical man can change the world? One man?
Yeah.
Yeah?
That's what I said. They doing it now.
I'll tell y'all a really cool story about Grigory Rasputin. He was a guy from Siberia, Russia, and he was just he was cheating on his wife. He was really bad shit. He was a shitbag, and he got kicked out of his little horrible town in the early 1900s, and went on to make like a sex cult that was based around God and Jesus. And with this sex cult, he was able to move all the way up to the point where he was working with the with the Russian embassy, like, or the Russian like the royalty, like the royal family, and he was sitting there healing like their son. This is Anastasia's family, if y'all remember the story of Anastasia, and he ended up literally making it to where the entire dynasty of their family fell. The Romanov family fell because of him, because he was sitting there trying to tell them what to do during World War I and stuff like that. And then on top of that, communism grew in that country, and now communism has changed the entire world, all because of this guy Grigory Rasputin's penis. He has such a big penis; it is still on display in a museum right now in Russia, and that's what he was known for. He literally changed the world with his penis. Literally, this guy, communism would not be where it is today.
How long you think it was?
Is it?
Go ahead and give me
I think I didn't look at the picture. I didn't even
got that thing the way
but yeah, if y'all ever think one person can't change the world, communism wouldn't be where it is today if it wasn't for that one guy. His dick changed the fucking world single-handedly. Yeah, isn't that wild? That's wild. Now I want to know.
You gotta use what you got to get what you want.
Just really quick, I want to know, what's a height preference for you? Like, what are you looking for in a guy's height? Like, what's the lowest that you'd want to go?
Here we go, chat.
Well, since I'm 5'7", 5'8", I'm gonna say the shortest I would go is about 5'8". You only can be the same height as me.
And you would just give up heels for the rest of your life?
Yeah, I really don't wear heels now, but
yeah. You're a track runner.
I do like the being taller than I will be taller than a dude. That's not, because I feel like these are the little pimps back in the day. I didn't say that was. It looked cute a little bit, even though that they was. I was like, okay, I can see a tall woman with a short dude, because short dudes really like the tall women, and then most tall men don't even like tall women. They like the ones that's to their knees, and I'm like, bro, what y'all got going on?
That's so weird, because I would think that they want the tall girls so they can have tall kids for basketball and shit. You know, like
too tall.
Like you're able to have like a badass family if you like can find a tall dude. You know what I'm saying?
But that's not. That's easy though to find a tall dude.
You need to be like, I'm a track runner. I'm trying to make some athletes. You know what I'm saying?
No, they do that though.
Yeah.
They already be trying to.
They're already trying to just make a new athlete.
That's what I'm saying. We ain't trying to make no all-stars.
That's funny. What about you?
I would say about 5'10".
5'10"? Okay. What about you?
How tall are you?
5'4".
Oh wow. She needs the heels on.
Well, I'm already like almost legally a midget, so it's kind of hard. So as long as you're taller than me with heels on, which I say everybody.
Yeah. Okay. What about you? As long as you're just taller than her. That's easy.
It's pretty much the same thing. I'm about 5'7", so. But I wear heels like almost every day.
So you need a 6-footer? Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't have to be 6 foot. It's just like, as long as he's my height with the heels, it could be like 2-inch heels.
Yeah, so like 5. You know, okay.
5'9".
All right, well that's not that bad. What's the income we're looking for, real quick? The minimum income, 40, 50, 60, 70K. We're talking about like right now, the perfect guy. You never know who's watching this show. They might DM you.
Can I add one more question to that part?
Yeah.
His age range too.
His age range too. Yeah. Income and age range.
A year, or just like.
Yeah. So 60, 70K a year. Yeah.
I'm not even gonna act picky, because I ain't even gonna say that, because I don't talk to people that even make less. I would like to talk to somebody that make like 60K, but like I'll average for like 34, because that's like they go to work. Everybody got to go to work. You know what I'm saying? That's how much you make in the whole year. And if you can show me that you're trying to hustle, because I'm not gonna say I got all the money, but if you out here trying to hustle and I see you trying to hustle and we got the same mindset, like, you know, you never know, you stay down, you gonna come up.
Yep.
So we hustle together, then boom.
No.
I mean, the money does.
City boy!
What about for you?
I would say.
And what age, really quick? What age would you want to be?
24, 25.
24, 25. What about you?
I would say about 25, 26, and at least 60,000.
At least 60.
Yeah, I feel like at my age, 60,000 is quite a bit.
Well, that's what 22. They should be making out of college for some jobs.
Yeah, for some jobs.
It just depends which one it is, but some of them out of college, they should be around there.
Yeah.
What about you?
I would definitely have to say around 34K.
30. And what age you think? You okay?
Absolutely not.
Nah. She swallowed her air, guys.
She belongs to the streets.
And I'll say 27 and up.
27 and up. What about you? You okay?
Income, as long as they're not employed, and like she said, like as long as they have drive and like hustle.
Hey, yes, can we get her some water?
Oh, she got one on the table.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, she's good.
Never mind.
Wait, what was I? Did I already say income?
Yeah, no. Okay. I don't know. Yeah. What did you say?
Oh, as long as they're not unemployed and they're like hustling and actually want to do something with their lives, that's great. It's fine.
And what age?
Making plenty of money. They can't be younger than me, so 21 and up. Well, okay, not anyone over 30 though.
So like, but 21 to 29, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
Okay. Now was what was the other one I was gonna do?
Uh,
Oh yeah, I want to know. Do you care about the guys? No, I should do that. Yeah, I should. Where do y'all normally source for your dating? Do y'all go on dating apps in person or what was? I guess that's it. Just dating apps in person or Instagram.
I do it all.
All three.
Ain't gonna lie, I do all of them. Like I can do the dating app if I'm bored at school. I'll get on Tinder, BLK. If I'm out of town, I definitely hit up the BLK and the Tinder because I don't know y'all. Y'all don't know me and how I'm gonna find y'all. You just gotta swipe left or right.
It's that easy. What about you?
I would say in person or Instagram.
That's what you prefer.
Yeah.
What about you?
I'll definitely have to say in person, just for the simple fact of it is like
Talk a little closer.
social media fishing.
Yeah.
I gotta see what you look like in person.
Like we were saying, yeah. What about you?
You see that forehead?
Oh God.
Yeah, you got to see the forehead.
I do have Tinder, but I've had really bad experiences on there so far. And the guy I'm talking to right now, I actually met him through one of my girlfriends. So, and he's actually one of the sweetest guys I've ever met. So, preferably just to keep it in person. I think that's the best way.
I like to preach on the show organic dating only, and the reason why is because like when you meet people online, I don't think they give two shits about you if they don't have a connection to you from another person. Yeah, no. I would say if it's just for sex, it's great. No, if it's just for sex,
it's when you're bored.
Like, or if you just want validation, if you just want to talk to somebody, if you just need anything like that, yeah, it's great.
It's hard to meet me in person.
Yeah. Android or iPhone doesn't matter at all.
I don't even know because like I want to FaceTime you where you at. Like I want to kind of see you, but I mean they got apps for that, so I feel like if your Android got the little FaceTime app, and I mean you working it,
I didn't even know
you
they
can work
added
with the app because they got some nice Androids.
They do Google.
But you just gotta. I just feel like the Android can't be no.
Just depends how nerdy he is or something.
No 2010.
He can't be no dork. What about you? Does it matter?
It don't matter, but like it's because you up to date, not because you're like, oh, I don't know how to work an iPhone or something like that. Like, nah, that's too much.
Okay. What about you?
It don't matter to me either.
You okay?
Because Samsung got some nice ones.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like nice cameras.
Especially in tech, she's like, I know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, all the guys that you're going to school work are
I do
probably
programming, so it's like whenever I look at a phone, I'm like, dang, like I'm thinking of all the stuff that goes behind it. I do think Androids are cooler that way, but I don't care.
You would never choose a guy based off of it?
No.
It doesn't matter. It's his phone.
There's some people that got iPads. Some people got iPhone and Android.
What's a red flag that turns y'all on? We'll start with you on this one. Yeah, red flag that turns you on.
Cheaters.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, she likes to
run.
Oh, I kind of like when they're a little douchey. Not necessarily to me. I don't know.
City girls down.
You know, like
city girls down with that.
He's a man.
Okay.
He's a douchebag. Like he treats like
not treat people like shit. It's just like oh God, there's like this one. I don't know, like Ryan Reynolds type of humor, thing, like douchey humor, not douchey person. Like I don't know, like that.
I get what you're saying. I like Ryan Reynolds. So I get what you're saying.
Like, I love Ryan Reynolds.
That was a good example. Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying.
Okay,
what's a red flag that turns you on?
When they like me.
When they like you?
No, like when they're like me, like they think like me.
Yeah,
like,
that is a big red flag, huh? Yeah, because
like,
you're like, fuck, I'm the same.
I'd be like, they be talking. I'd be like, I would have said that same thing. I like it.
That's funny. What about you? What's a red flag that turns you on?
I think that when you kind of like put me in my place just a little bit, but like not too much, but enough for me. Like, oh, okay, that's
You still gotta feel secure, like you were saying.
Yeah, but not yelling at me. Like not like that, but just fix your face. What's wrong with you? Like quit the attitude. Like something cute like that, but not aggressive, like you're mad. No, that's not.
Like dominance.
Yeah, show me you dominant. Come in.
Y'all want a leader. Y'all want a man that's a leader.
Yeah.
So you want to be led.
But that's not in this generation right now.
Yeah.
These niggas is not leading.
There's like 10% of men.
It's 10%. So how you think I'm gonna find them?
You got to go somewhere else.
I'll tell y'all. I'll tell you exactly what I usually don't give this advice until the end of the show. But like the big thing that I teach is that you got to go to where they are, which is usually at networking events, at charity events, at I always say work under the type of guy that you want to be with. So if you want to be with a lawyer one day, you should probably get a job that's working under a lawyer in some way, shape, or form. If you want to be with a doctor one day, working under some
like
field
athletes,
that's
like athletes, and because they understand what they actually be going through.
Yeah, but you should definitely always try to work under what you want to be with, or just go to those events. Like I highly preach charity events and networking events because the guys at those places have their shit together, or even political events too are really good.
Well, that's where I'm gonna be.
Yeah, I'm telling y'all, and shout out to Sika. I'm like, we should be having a bunch to go to this next year. So if y'all ever want to come, y'all are more than welcome to. Yeah,
Red flag.
yeah, red flag. It turns you on
when they don't like me.
When they don't like you,
it make me like
chase. Yeah.
I ain't gonna say chase.
Well,
but
you can have what you do. What
it be
you
a little
want.
fun, like a little. I ain't gonna say they don't like me because they like me. That's why they there a little bit. But like I like when they just play hard to get or like just show me that I can't do it because I can.
Yeah.
Every time I do it, I just be like, yeah.
You just like a challenge. Yeah. No, that's funny. All right, now what? Yeah, go ahead.
I want to give you an assist here. Why don't you go into depth for the gentleman that's watching the show? The importance of reserving your money, energy, attention, and time. In reference to that.
In reference to what she just said?
Yeah.
Wait, what
as
did you
far
say?
as she's attracted to guys that don't give her the attention.
Oh yeah. All right. Yeah, guys. So this is something huge that I like to actually teach a lot too. Y'all need to be very careful about how much y'all give them. Like if you hold on to your money, energy, attention, and time, and you barely hand it out, you only give it to them whenever it's really necessary. They're going to do exactly like what she just said, and they're going to be coming to you and chasing that validation. You can, and this is how I teach men to do this because that's how you find a girl that has burning, genuine desire for you, that really wants you. And like I truly, the biggest issue with most people's relationships is the guy will end up with a girl that fucking made him wait 4 months just to get sex for the first time. Like y'all end up with these guys who are super beta simps, and you think, oh, he's so great because he's so sweet, but in reality, no, he's just a beta simp, and you're gonna get tired of him after 6 months or a year. If trust me, you really care about the guys that you let hit earlier, especially if you've done that before. If you're the type of girl where you've slept with guys on the first night, or like you don't make guys wait a lot, you're gonna have way more desire for a guy like that than the guy that you may wait 4 months. So you both waste each other's time when you make a guy do that shit. It's really not worth it, like for both of y'all, in my opinion.
I got a follow-up question with one of the ladies on the panel too.
Yeah.
So to the one that's to your right, I noticed earlier you mentioned that your ex-boyfriend, you would just basically argue, and it kind of sounded like you like to be a little passive-aggressive with them or whatnot. Did you really looking back at it now, do you think you really respected him as a man? No. And that's why you actually did what you did, correct? Like you argue with him, you raise your voice, and that's why you're looking for a man to be dominant.
Yeah,
you're looking for someone to respect.
Not even like I'm looking for a guy to be dominant in order for me to respect him, but I think that took a toll of not respecting him, like after we went through things, and then so it's like now I feel like I feel like naturally I am just a not passive aggressive, but I can be very
argumentative.
Not argumentative, but I'm very
combative,
compassionate about, I feel.
I was gonna say masculine next, but we can keep going.
No, I don't even necessarily think it's masculine because if you let me talk to you crazy, that's on you. That shows that's on you. So that I don't feel like it's me being masculine, but it could be me showing less femininity because of I shouldn't have to come out of my soft era to show you like
sometimes we got to
well what it is it's a shit test, and women shit test in many ways, and the whole point of a shit test, the man passed the shit test if he doesn't emotionally react. A man is supposed to be stoic. We're supposed to be like shout out to Jay Wall, I always say this, a man is supposed to be like the rock on the side of the sea, and a woman is the emotional waves that go over him. You're not supposed to move whenever your woman bickers at you, does anything. She's just like, bitch, shut the fuck up. Not like that. Not say bitch, obviously, but like you're supposed to be able to never, like, if your woman bucks up to you or something, you're not supposed to buck up back, basically.
Yeah.
Like you're not, you're just supposed to be like, what are you thinking? Like, get out of here. Like, I'm leaving. A man is stoic. It just doesn't give a fuck. Like, you're not, like, if you're a true man, your woman's never gonna get you out of your character.
Or if I feel like she's gonna feel like, she's not gonna talk to you in that manner because she feels that way. Like, you know what? Like, I don't even have to do that to him because I already know, like, he not even gonna pull me to that stance to make me have to get on him or whatever the case may be. Because I see why you say don't look at them, because they really pissing me off. Because y'all don't even know what we could have been arguing about. But I feel like
shout out to the chat.
Yeah, shout out to the chat, Jose, whoever.
Hey, that's our fucking homie, Jose. Yeah, shout out to you, bro.
Okay, but I just feel like it, and I do think that it can be trauma based off of like how you communicate with people can be off trauma, like how you seen people communicate with maybe how I see my parents communicate, or maybe how I seen others communicate, or just how I feel like,
what you experience yourself.
Yeah, or sometimes you just feel like you get pushed to a certain point where you're like, I can't take it no more. And that also goes back to, I shouldn't have stayed with this person this long, or whatever the case may have been, to even get me to that point. But it's still like, sometimes enough is enough, and you have to.
You're stuck in a cycle of it.
Yeah.
It's learning experiences, though. Like, you're not going to get in a one relationship. Like, my relationship, yeah, I stayed for a little bit. I was like 16 years old, 18 years old. Like, I was a child.
Yeah.
Like,
Hey,
my
baby,
first
could you please mute that phone for me, please? Thank you so much. No, you can go.
But, like,
You're
you
good.
know, like, you can't just expect everything's going to go, especially at the beginning.
Yeah, of course not.
Like,
no, that's why I feel like now that I've had some of these experiences I have, now that going forward, I know what I'm looking for, what I want, what I don't want to do, what I do want to do, how I want. It's always a lesson. Like, you're still learning, regardless of how it, played out, how it impacted you, and I, like you said, I can't take what happened to me a while from another guy and put that on another guy, because all guys are not the same, all women are not the same, which is like, you just have to find a person that's meant for you.
Yeah, and then not let your trauma ruin it.
Yeah. You gotta unlearn bad habits.
Yeah, and then also I want to ask now, because this is something that usually keeps women single. Sometimes y'all are probably heavily gonna disagree with me on these things, but would you give up your Instagram for the perfect guy? I'm talking about the guy that you really want. Would you give up your Instagram for him?
Yeah, because at this point, I'm ready to get things going though. Because I mean, social media is weird. It's very weird, and I like social media. I get on social media, but I feel like everybody on social media to look at somebody else that look good. Like,
it's really fake now.
Like famous people, like you're never gonna talk to that famous person. You're gonna be looking up to liking that famous person. So it's like, I'm just
not about it. What about you? Would you give up your Instagram for the perfect guy?
I'm gonna say no, because I feel like if you're the perfect guy and you're trying to get with me, like we've already came to this conclusion, like, why do I have to change because to make it, we can be together and I have Instagram. I feel like that's where trust and anything that could have been the problem of why I can't have my Instagram, that's where, okay, maybe we don't need to be together if you feel like you can't trust me because of Instagram, or like it's post.
Okay. What about you?
I would say yes, just for the simple fact of it is, men are vultures. You could tell them, no, I have a boyfriend, and they would
They
not stop.
Yes, bro.
You know how many times I use that line and they still be like, well, you can't have friends?
But just don't respond. Just don't
Like,
respond. Stand on it. Don't respond.
They will find me. Like, bro, you know how many times I've been like out and about, like, and they'll see me like, hey, bro, you little bae dating off of Instagram. I'd be like, how the fuck do you know that, bro?
That's weird.
Or the fake accounts.
Super
And they
weird.
like DM you
the
off
fake
of-
accounts.
Yeah.
That's why I would delete my shit, because I
That's what I'm saying.
want my relationship to be
private,
Private,
but like
yeah.
I wouldn't let him tell me that I gotta delete my stuff though. Like,
no,
I'll just do it myself, just because my peace and my sanity for my relationship. Just because I don't want to know. Like, if you be honest, dudes, I feel like everybody gonna cheat.
No, hell no.
No, that's what I said. I feel
No,
like
sir. No,
in
ma'am.
my eyes, I feel like everybody gonna cheat at a point in time. I'm not gonna say that it's okay for them to cheat, but I feel like that he's either gonna cheat on you when you're not knowing, or he's gonna find somebody else attractive because it's just for the moment, or just dudes think with how they feeling at the moment. So it's just like at the moment, I know that they be thinking all type of stuff. So it's just like I'd rather get off social media. So I know I wouldn't even go on there to go look for stuff, because I know how my past was and what I've been through and what I would do and what I know. Oh dang. Let me get on my social media because I got that money. Let me go find a homegirl, or let me go see if somebody going on there, or just let me check and see if he being like, if I trust him. Like, you can trust a dude and still be looking on his Instagram because you just kind of scared or skeptical because you feel like he was acting different.
But I think that's maturity in a sense, because even if I can go do that in real life. Like, you can do these things in real life. I can go cheat on you in real life and not cheat on you on Instagram. You see what I'm saying? Like, I know exactly. So like, I can go cheat in real life. What do me looking on Instagram?
It's the opportunity. There is more opportunities. Like, you can't deny that, a woman getting thousands of messages within a year compared to a guy getting 5.
That's annoying.
Is it's completely different. Like, it's not, like, men and women are not the same.
But even then, like, I feel like it's the girl, like, it's the girl. Like, if you want your relationship to be so well, you want to be with your man, don't respond.
But here's the thing. Once again, this is just it's respect. It's respect to the relation. It's not even about respecting your man. It's respecting your relationship.
Okay.
And like that's all it's about. But here, what was your answer really quick? Because I wanted to go back to what she said, but I wanted to hear yours first.
I would, just because social media is just so toxic, and it literally has destroyed so many relationships that I've seen. Like my friends, like you said, there's more opportunities when you're going every day. Like when I go to work and stuff like that, I'm not thinking like, who am I going to cheat with or anything like that. I'm thinking I'm going to work to get money. I'm going to school to study. And like on social media, you're looking at all these people shirtless, bikinis, all this stuff, and you're pushing more into that lust compared to just you're in a single mindset every single day type of thing.
Yeah, no. So here's the thing, and like you're totally right. I agree that a guy shouldn't tell you after you are dating to get rid of your Instagram. That's ignorant. But what I do and what most men do that are valuable in any way, shape, or form, they have a boundary. And if you cross that boundary, then they will break up with you or they just won't be with you. Here's the thing. If a girl has, say, an Instagram and she has a bunch of bikini pictures on there or just a bunch, like she's the type that needs attention really bad. Like you can tell just when you go to her shit, she's that type of girl. That girl will never in her head think that this is hurting her in any way, shape, or form. But she doesn't realize subliminally she's putting herself in the fuck only category for every man that she talks to. Because most men that aren't simps or aren't betas that are like an alpha type of guy or anything like that, they see that shit and they're like, oh, I'd fuck her. And she gets put in the sex only category. She'll never become a wife. Like he'll sit there and talk sweet to you and say all these nice things and try to do whatever it takes to fuck. But he's not ever going to take you seriously. So like you can find a guy and he might be the best guy ever. And you're like, oh my God, he's so great. And he ghosts you or something. And you're like, why the fuck did you do that? And it's like, it might have been because of your Instagram. And like,
let's talk about like if our Instagram, my Instagram doesn't look it. Not saying that's just me, but like to the Instagrams that don't, nothing is wrong with them. Like in a sense, I feel like that's not being secure. Because if you get on Instagram and you're like, oh my God, he's so fine, oh my God, I got a man, but he's so fine. Let me see what he's talking about. That's on you because you don't have enough self-control to be like, you know what? It's Instagram. I can walk outside right now. We can go to brunch. Me and my boyfriend, we can go to brunch or whatever the case is. And if there are people people are always going to be attractive. Like people are always going to be attractive. Someone is always going to catch his not someone always it's always going to catch his eye. But if another woman catches his eye, that doesn't mean he's cheating. Or if I think a guy's handsome, that doesn't mean okay, I'm going to go shoot at him. I'm going to go try to fuck with him. I just think it's maturity. Like it doesn't mean I'm disrespecting him because I have an Instagram. If I have an Instagram and I'm posting my family and guys still try to shoot at me, what is there?
I'll explain to you. So like you don't need all those followers though. So like here I'll give you a perfect example. My girl has an Instagram, but it only has like 150 followers and it's just a bunch of girls and like there's nothing for me to worry about. You know, there's like she's respecting the relationship in that way.
She has a low following account.
Yeah, I don't have to worry. There's no opportunities coming into her. She doesn't have guys hitting her up. And here's the thing, it's just respecting the relationship. That's all it is. If this was 30 or 40 or 50 years ago, your mother and your grandmother, the amount of people that were coming towards them.
We're not in that age. Remember, we're in a different age.
Exactly. That's why I'm giving you an example of the difference. Hold on. Let me talk. Let me finish. The difference between then and now. And you're sitting here trying to say all these options are nothing. But if we look at divorce statistics, if we look at breakups and who's cheating the most, it's all women, and it's because of these options. This all started. If you look at every graph that is showing these statistics, it all started right at 2010, 11, right when Facebook started blowing up, right whenever all the social media started blowing up. Men's sexlessness went from 16% to 33%. Men are 1 in 3 men aren't having sex today, from 18 to 30. It literally doubled. And like that, like you got to understand, there's a way more women having sex. You could say that you would never take those options, but it happens. Like it does. And here's the thing. Women love differently than men. Men love, what is it, Donnie? Men love idealistically, right?
Yes.
Men love idealistically and women love opportunistically. So what that means is that you can have the greatest guy ever and he's really in love with you. He idealistically really fucking loves you, okay? But say he's going through a hard time with work, he loses his job, just something's going wrong. You will take an opportunity because women are opportunistic lovers. But this is why the like girls can get flown out and all this stuff.
That's not everybody though.
Exactly.
It's
I would argue that every woman is an opportunistic lover. There's something called hypergamy, which means that women always date up. They always want something better than them, and it's a very true thing. Like there's no like, and there's not. Here's the thing: there's nothing wrong with hypergamy. It is an extremely good thing for nature to want y'all to always go up, because for you to always go up, that's how you know that you can take care of a child one day.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It's because we're programmed to find a good
Yeah.
leader for the family.
Yeah. And
That's
there's nothing wrong with it. I'm not mad at hypergamy. It's a great thing. It's also I don't get mad at men that are very attractive that fuck tons of women. Why would you get mad about nature? It's in his natural instinct for him to do that. Don't get mad about it. Just understand it. Accept reality for what it is. I don't get mad at women that have broken up with me in the past and went to a older, richer guy than me. I accept it. That's how the world is today. And that's how it's always been for all of history. This is nothing new. We're just trying to we just are all against it now because like society and feminism and everything's trying to say, no, that's not how things are. That's it's really it's nature versus nurture debate. If you look at feminism, a lot of them are all preaching that your environment does everything for you. Everything about who you are, it's all based on your environment. And if you look at the red pill and all the guys on the opposite side that are super logical, they're all saying the opposite. They're all saying, nope, it's Mother Nature, it's in your DNA. This is who you are. This is what you do. This is, and that, but really it's 50-50. It's somewhere in the middle. And like, that's why we're always all arguing over these things, because one side thinks it's all Mother Nature and one side thinks it's all nurture.
Everybody nowadays, they have like this one mindset, and no matter if you give them anything logical, if you give them the science behind it, if you do anything like that, whether it's one side or the other, they won't listen because everybody thinks they're smarter than everyone else.
Well, cognitive dissidence is the
and
big
social
thing.
media is also a big problem.
What was the last question I asked?
Would you get rid of your IG?
Oh yeah, y'all's IG. Okay, so now I want to go on to the other thing. Would you give up girls trips for the right guy? No.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely
come
not.
on now.
He can go too.
I don't really go on girls trips.
No, and he
So you
cannot
don't have to worry
go.
about it.
No.
Hey, she's a wifey, guys. Here, this is another thing. Guys don't like girls that go on girls trips because, and once again, y'all can have this mentality if you're gonna choose an average guy, because average guys.
Girls trips.
Huh?
I can't even say nothing.
Yeah,
That's
but
insecure to me. That's giving insecure.
you gotta understand, y'all see, this is a buzz term that all women use whenever a guy talks like this. It's insecurity. This is mate guarding. This is something for $300,000, 300,000 years since we were Homo sapiens. You mate guard. You protect your woman and you protect your children. Mate guarding is the same. Like, I have a daughter that's 3 years old. I'm going to guard her and make sure she doesn't get raped or anything bad happen to her. Just like how I'm going to do the same for my woman. I don't want her going on a plane to another place where something bad could happen. You got to understand, though, men still have this natural instinct. We have a very natural instinct to protect.
You think a lot differently from a lot of men.
You got to understand, I'm a top earner. I'm a guy that picks women. Women do not, I am the chooser in relationships.
You're going to tell her.
No, it's a boundary. It's a boundary. She's more than welcome to cross that boundary at any time.
So,
and she can, and she's walking away from a relationship.
If she decides, I want to go on a trip. So I've had your children, right? I've had your children. I'm married to you. I stay at home. I do all of this stuff of the, this wife nature. And I want to go out on a trip with my friends. And again, I can go back to I feel like it is your environment, the company you keep. If I know that all of my friends are married, we're all married, we have careers, we're doing all these great things, and we decide we want to go pleasure ourselves by going on a trip where, if you're insecure, or if you know that your wife,
women don't cheat in those instances.
Okay,
no,
but
if you have a good wife,
y'all are not being honest. I got nothing but a
God, man. I wish we had Chef Don on this panel right now.
That's the thing. Like, if you have a woman that is a cheater, if you feel so secure, you feel so sure that your wife is gonna go out and cheat on you.
Why is it shame? Why do you shame men for protecting the relationship?
It's not protecting.
It is. It is protecting the relationship.
You telling me that I cannot go out?
Women cheat more. Women initiate 80%
That's the
divorces.
insecurity. That's the insecurity, because
how is that insecure to be statistic?
If you're telling me you cannot go out because you may cheat on me, that's what that sounds like. You cannot go on a girl trip because you may cheat on me, so I'm gonna protect you from not cheating on me. You need to not be with that woman because she's cheating on you regardless. And even when she here in Dallas with you, she cheating on you. She ain't gotta go to Mexico or to another place.
But y'all see, this is what's crazy.
Hold on. 4 years. I never
on.
Cheated on that man. No matter how many times I went out of town with my friends.
I don't care about your anecdotal experience. I'm telling you, I have nothing but women that are friends. Let's get something straight here at this fucking table. I don't have guy friends.
You're 31 and you go with a 23-year-old.
Stop interrupting.
What the fuck? on now.
What do you mean?
You're telling me that I cannot go on a girls trip, and that's making your. Do you know that? Did her dad approve of y'all?
Yeah.
Okay, I think so because it's
yeah. But so here's the deal though. You're still once again like you think you're right on this. You can stay single.
You think you're right on forever. This. You think you're right on this telling me that I can't go out of town with my friends.
I'm trying to tell you what men want that are high value. If you want to be with a broke dude, that's fine. If you want to be with a super beta dude,
tell me about a man. Tell me about a man that's willing to pay for me and my girls to go out of town for us to have a trip.
I know there's tons of those guys. I know tons of them. I have tons of guys in my circle that I know that would do that shit for you. Guess what? They're fucking losers and they can't get pussy without paying for it.
No.
So go ahead, be with those fucking dudes. If you want to be with a guy who's actually valuable, you don't get to make these decisions. I
think this is crazy.
It's not what you want. It's about what he wants.
This is crazy.
That's fine. You can stay single the rest of your life.
I'm just gonna say something. I mean, personally, I really wouldn't want my boyfriend to go on guys trips. Like if he's going to Vegas, there's a bunch of strip clubs and all this stuff.
Get y'all a man y'all can trust.
But here's the thing too. I'm not controlling. I'm not gonna say no. I'm just gonna be like, okay, like I see where I stand. But it's also like people, not everybody thinks the same way. And so yeah, they may be loyal here, but then they're thinking, oh my God, all these people are hyping them up. Like, your girl's not gonna find out. Because I'm like, or we're 5,000 miles
what? Is
away.
your girlfriend's going to tell on you?
Like,
come on, ladies. Let's be honest.
Yeah,
let's be honest. Like,
I definitely got to go, like, what he's saying, just for the simple fact of it is, because me and my friends definitely go on girls' trips, and birds of the feather flock together.
Yes.
Because one thing about it, I could say I'm the
you don't really want a man. You don't really want a man.
I do want.
Because you ready to cheat on him soon as you go out of town.
But that's the thing. I was with my man for 9 years. As soon as I got away from that nigga, I went to Atlanta. I seen something that was better than him.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
You don't want to be with him.
I love him.
Exactly what she said. You don't want to be with him.
You don't want to be with him.
You
don't want to be with your dude.
I mean,
that's what y'all saying. Y'all don't want to be with these men.
Because you feel like that you want more.
There's so much.
You want more. You're worth more. So you
hold on. Let me explain. There's a phenomenon that happens all the time now. It's called beta fucks, or it's called beta bucks, alpha fucks. So what that means is girls choose guys that's a beta bucks. He's a guy that takes care of you. He's a beta provider, and y'all will choose these guys because he gives you the life that you want or whatever it is. But you low-key don't like having sex with this man. You low-key don't like him. So what happens is they will have a beta bucks at home, and then they will go fuck alphas. And this happens very fucking normally. This is a super normal thing. This is not some like hush hush. No, we all know this. This is something that happens all the fucking time.
There's no perfect.
No, I'm just saying a lot of women do what I just said though. Like that's something that is
is
extremely normal. So you can say that women don't cheat and they don't do all this stuff.
I didn't say women didn't cheat. I didn't say that this stuff doesn't happen.
It's like real world type stuff. Like,
but and y'all can understand, women are emotional, men are logical. So if I was a man and I want to get married, I'm gonna look at stuff like divorce statistics and look at these things to make sure that I'm making a good decision with my life. Y'all can understand, a guy works until 35, 40 to finally be a man, like really successful, okay? And we can lose it all to one woman. And then on top of that, like, look at the suicide. Guys are killing themselves at 5 times the rate this year of women. It nearly doubled from 3 times. Like, it's crazy. And the reason why they kill themselves, if you look at this shit, it's always because of relationship issues, women going to another guy, cheating. Like, y'all gotta understand, this is a big deal right now. This is a really big deal. And it's because, like, cheating, like, I'm very against cheating. I'm very against people on both sides, men and women cheating. It ruins the family for both people whenever this shit happens.
So I got something to add to that too. Just a little while ago, I overheard y'all all agree about how persistent men are and they don't know how to accept no. So let's say you and your girls go on this girls trip, and knowing that fact that y'all just agreed on, that guys do not know how to accept no, even if you do have a boyfriend. You guys said that, right?
Yeah, she said that.
And if I have a girl and I let her go do a girls trip, I guarantee you I would have a problem with another dude still being persistent, knowing that I'm her man. Yeah. Right. The whole point of a guy not being okay with girls trips is not the fact that he's controlling his boundaries, but it's also to mitigate risk. Mm-hmm. That means make it less than the chance of anything fucking happening. Because at the end of the day, you want a man that's going to protect you. And that's a part of being protective.
Yeah.
Not controlling.
A loyal, like, y'all gotta understand, the number one thing for a man, all we give a fuck about women for, the number one thing is loyalty. And you don't show loyalty just with who you sleep with. You show loyalty in many different ways. many different ways. Like I would say my girl is the most loyal girl I've ever been with, and it's because of the amount of ways that she's loyal to me. Like I can't tell you how many relationships I've been in the past where we first get together and the girl's getting all these calls and texts all the time from all these other dudes that she was screwing with beforehand. I didn't have any of that with her. There wasn't a bunch of dudes like like that made me feel very like, wow, she must be a really loyal girl. Like there's no guys hitting her up at all, nothing. Like y'all got to realize there's tons of ways to show loyalty with Instagram, with those trips. And like I said, y'all can go on trips all day long. Just accept the type of guys that you're going to be with if you do that. That's all I'm
my
saying.
question is, so you're trying to, you're trying to avoid problems. And in this instance, or what problems are you avoiding when you say, I'm trying to protect her? Are you trying to prevent her from being raped, kidnapped, murdered? What is it? What is
any of that shit?
Okay, so can that not happen in Dallas? Can I not go to work and not return home because someone kidnapped me?
It is extremely less likely.
Come on, are you fucking kidding me?
Yes,
you know how many people
extremely less likely.
you know how many people are sex trafficked in Arlington?
You know
right now?
how lucky it is to be
Or
in
not
America.
even, or not
you know
even,
how
or
lucky
not
we
even.
are to be in this country, one of the safest fucking countries in the world.
The thing is, you overlooked everything that I just said. Remember the key thing that I said. A man is trying to mitigate risk. That means less than trying to make it less of possible of happening. So that's not saying it's just going to go away. No, we got to live in reality here. So
I would also tell my girl, don't go running at fucking 10 o'clock at night in a horrible neighborhood.
Women have been kidnapped in the daytime.
I know, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying we would say to protect in many different ways. Like we would tell our woman to be protected in many different ways. It's not just that one way.
I'm going to talk on this because I am a rape victim. I was not raped at home. And the biggest thing too, I had nobody around to call. And that's also another reason why I don't go on girls' trips. And we usually do couples, and so it'll be like me and my boyfriend, their boyfriend, them, because you do put yourself at a bigger risk because you can't run away to anywhere Like you're running the streets, you have no idea where the fuck you are. You don't know anybody, you don't know who anybody to call. When you're in Europe, which is one of the biggest sex trafficking places in the world, I'm Hispanic. We come from a third world country. That shit, just walking around there in the broad daylight, 20 times worse than walking around here. So
and the predators are looking for y'all. Like they know, like you gotta understand. Like don't get me wrong, there's predators here that are looking for women that are vulnerable, but over there it's way fucking worse. It doesn't matter what country you're in.
And they know that nobody's there around to protect them because they're alone.
Yes,
or they're only with one other
they're
woman
very
or
smart.
Two. And so they'll get other guys. Be like, the more girls, the more guys they get. Throw them in a van. Bye.
Yeah, no, it's way more dangerous.
Yeah,
like,
I'm sorry about that, but what my point that I'm trying to get across is that these things can happen anywhere. These things, but the way that you're depicting it, saying like you're not gonna get a better man because you want to go on a girl's trip. That's what I'm saying is the issue. Like you can't say that a man is not. Oh, he's not of high value. He's not of this. He's not of that because you can go have fun with your friends. You can't say that he's not of those things. He doesn't care about my safety, this, that, and other, because you're going with your friends. Like you can't say those things of that nature and then say, well, these things can happen anywhere. Yes, you shouldn't go places alone or, of the sort of that nature, but you can't say, he's not. He's not an alpha man because he's finna let you go out of town.
I'll explain why. Because any guy that is in that mentality where he would let his woman do something like that, I guarantee you if he doesn't have that boundary up right there, he probably doesn't have many boundaries up at all. He probably doesn't have many boundaries at all in that relationship, and you will walk all over. He's a beta bucks or he's some type of way like you probably run that relationship. And that's all I'm saying is that it's not going to be a good relationship because of that more than likely. Don't get me wrong. You could maybe find some badass. You might be the exception to the rule, but I'm just telling you based off of what I see all the time and all the girls that I talk to. And let's get something straight once again. I have nothing but friends that are girls. I have 4 sisters. I have a daughter. I grew up in a hair salon. I have 2 mothers. Like every one of my best friends my entire life were women. Okay, so like when I say this stuff, I'm not saying that I'm just guessing that, oh my God. No, I've had literal friends come and tell me shit. Come and tell me one-on-one exactly what the fuck they be doing. So all the shit that I'm saying, I'm not pulling this out of my ass, or I don't think it's just statistics.
But you only can go off what you experience. You really can't say what it's
yeah, you can't say somebody else's experience.
But like
that's why people share their experiences so it can prevent you from doing that.
Yeah, you learn from them.
Yeah, and like
instead of just like, oh, that's just what I'm set to do. Because I mean, I feel like you learn from everybody. Like you just get everybody perspective on things, and it'll help you in the future. Because you're just like, okay, I remember she did say she was going through something similar like this, so let me move forward and try to do it like how she did it, because that's how she moved past it. Because I don't know. We don't know a lot of stuff.
Yeah. It's all down to our parents, but a lot of us didn't have either good parents or we didn't have a 2-parent household or whatever it is. Like everything is based on your environment's your destiny, and a lot of us were raised in a bad environment. It's not even our parents' fault too. Just think about the kids right now that are 15, 16 years old and they're literally being raised by iPads. Literally being raised by iPads. You know what I'm saying?
They don't even know what they're gonna get themselves into.
They have no idea,
Like,
man. We're about to be in some crazy shit
bro,
in 10
2
years.
more years, we're gonna be flying. We're gonna be flying.
Yeah, no, I hope so. All right, so now we'll get to the last part. Now we'll get to the last part where well, actually no, I want to ask one other question first, really quick. What's something about the dating marketplace that bothers you?
Dating marketplace?
Yeah, men just dating in general.
Simps.
Them acting like females, not really owning up to them, like being a man, or just putting it to the side and just being the man that you are. Like they always crying, or if something don't go good for them or they feel like it's not gonna go good, they want to push you to the side instead of just going through it and let's move forward like we're like adults, instead of them like, oh, I can't do this, or you're not enough, or you're not doing enough for me, or you don't have enough for me and what I'm trying to do. Like it's the same for men. Like y'all need to just
step it up.
Yeah.
They're being. No, I honestly think men are the biggest emotional bitches ever today. Well, it's like women are super masculine because y'all got pushed into the workforce because the dollar got devalued. But then men are super bitchy because they're being told like feminism and society and all this stuff is telling them to act like women. And it's no. now we got all these men that act like fucking women, and we got all these women that act like men. Yeah, it's super. Everybody's confused as hell.
Let that girl talk back to them whenever the hell they want.
What's something about the dating marketplace or men or just dating that bothers you?
I would just say I don't even know.
Everything.
All of it.
Everything.
The whole thing.
You ain't got the answers, man. You ain't got the answers.
Everything about it. I mean, not even everything about a guy. Just I don't know. I'm not dating, so
yeah, just big chilling.
Yeah.
What about you? What's something that's bothering you about it?
I would definitely have to say like being pure, like with your intentions. Like I feel like there's like so many people that are like hiding behind like what they want just to say, just to get into like the little spot.
Just to have sex or something.
Just to fuck. You ain't gotta lie, shawty. If you tell me the truth, I might be with it with you.
Nah, for real. Let's
keep it playing.
You ain't gotta lie.
Y'all just gotta understand it's never gonna stop though. Just accept that it's the lies will never stop.
That's why I learned my lesson. That's why I think I understand what you're doing though. Like how this going, because it's like he trying to make you think of real life. Like this is what's really going on. Like you want a dream. This is what you might want, but this is like what actually happening right now. These dudes are acting like this right now. Like, what are you gonna do to get a man right now if you want to do living in this day right now? But we're not looking to date right now, so it's like we gonna look against that right now. Like I said, 25 years later, I might be simping for a dude because I just on the simple fact that I do want a relationship, because you're gonna get bored. And like sometimes if you're strong enough, you know that you can last for 5 years. But if it don't work, you always gotta. And with me, it don't matter what time it is, what year it is. I'm gonna always set myself up just in case. Mm-hmm. Like if I have to put myself in self-heal, I ain't gonna lie. I'll talk to somebody else, as in like verbally. Like I get off of my feelings like with talking. So if I talk to someone and tell them everything that just happened, I'll be good. Mm-hmm. So like if I talk to somebody about it moving forward, I'll be good with whoever I'm talking to.
Okay. No. Well, did you finish? Yeah.
Yeah, that was it.
Okay. What about you? Something that bothers you about the dating marketplace or men?
Hookup culture.
Hookup culture?
I hate it. I know it's like, I don't care what other people do, but whenever it comes to like me and whoever I want to talk to or whatever like that, I'm just like, I think sex is just, I think it's a very beautiful thing. Like, I think it's a bonding thing. So whenever people just kind of like
devalue it.
Yeah, devalue it and make it just like it's for fun and stuff, which it is. It's for fun, but it's also to be with someone you
It's
love.
not for fun, ladies. I'm gonna be honest with y'all right now. It's not for fun. It's not at all. It's to make kids. And like if y'all think it's for fun, I'm just saying
that's
though.
Not what I'm
that's
saying.
the problem. I know you're saying everybody thinks it's fun
Yeah.
though. Yeah, not you, but yeah. No, I'm just saying in general to everybody. Yeah, stop thinking it's fun. Like it's not. It's for. It has a thing. It has a purpose.
Exactly.
Soul tying like 100 people.
Yeah, and like and just like what you're saying, you you lose the ability to pair bond later on the more people you have sex with. So you have to be very careful. Like a lot of people are sleeping around thinking it's not going to be no big deal. That shit's gonna bite you in the ass hard as fuck.
You ain't gonna want to have sex at all when you get older.
Yes.
Yeah, or you're not gonna even be emotionally attached to your man at all. You're gonna have one foot in, 1 foot out, like 1 foot in, 1 foot out all the time.
Because you're gonna be used to like doing something with different
something
people.
better.
And
yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Statistically, it's like when these people have like 100 people that they slept with, and then they try to get in a relationship, it's like they can't
like that energy is still there from the 100 people.
Yeah.
It's not going
once
away.
You sleep with once you sleep with a whole bunch of men, you just no longer have that same substance that you once had before you slept with all those men.
I want to also just say really quick. So I'm really, the reason why this show is all about relationships is because I'm very against being single. And one of the main reasons why is because the powers that be want y'all single. The more you are single, the more you spend your disposable income on bullshit. You're not sitting there spending it on a 401k or maxing it out. You're not trying to buy a house with your hubby.
How you know?
You're not trying. I mean, some people are, but it's way harder as somebody that came from two successful families. And like, I saw the big difference between my mom and my stepdad doing it the traditional way. And then my dad and my stepmom doing it the hustle way, where they both work together. The difference between success of how successful like one side is compared to the other because they put their money together and they worked hard. It's insane. Like I'm talking like millions of dollars difference because they did that. And so y'all got to, and right now it's harder than ever to get a house. Right now, like I was telling y'all with the 401k stuff, it's harder now than ever. It's going to be harder for us to retire than ever before. So please, if there's anything y'all learn from the show, it's that, trust me, they want y'all single because they're going to make way more money off of it and y'all are going to be way less successful. I'm just being completely factual with you. You're going to make it way further in life if you have a spouse than if you don't. There's something I always say. I always say this on the show, but I'm tired of always saying it.
It's
but
just life. Like
but
that's
like,
what the government does for you. Is just like they put you in this position where you gotta
rely on them.
Yeah.
Dependency.
Yeah, because I mean, like I said earlier when I said in Texas, I mean, if you doing it by yourself with the 1,500, but I feel like as a one person staying in a studio, it shouldn't be no $2,000 for one person. I done stayed in Kansas, and I feel like Kansas is the cheapest place to stay at. I only paid $500 on rent.
Yeah.
And it was only just me there. Then I come to Texas, and you telling me I gotta pay $2,000? I mean, that's not a lot, but that's a lot for one person. And if you just realize, average person makes a good $700 a week. So if you get a husband or you talking to somebody or like a boyfriend and y'all trying to plan it, y'all rent paid off in 1 week instead of you saving up that whole month. You trying to figure out how you gonna pay your car note in your house, and do what you want to do, or go on a trip. You can't even go on a trip this month because you done spent your money on everything for yourself.
Yeah.
You're gonna get tired of spending money on yourself.
I just think it's the culture of now. Like I said, we not in the older days, and shit is not the same. Like.
Yeah, shit's not the same, but that's like, you gotta understand the reason why things are backwards is because we're not doing what we used to do. Yeah. So like we got to go back and pick up some. We got to pick out the things that are worth it and throw away the shit that's not worth it.
Because I mean, the people that's gonna be single, they gonna see.
Yeah, yeah, like yeah. Well,
I don't even gonna lie. Like my mama, she a single parent, and like it was cool when like back then, because you know she had us and her kids was keeping her company. But it's been times I done seen her like she wasn't happy because she was bored. Like. And then I done seen her, she wasn't happy because she was single. Then she'd be like, oh, I don't want to be single when I get older. Because I don't want to feel like I'm never going to find nobody, because she's talking to many people, like, yeah, to try to see if she likes them, but that's not what she wants to do. And you can see how they're unhappy. Like, I don't even think I'm ever see my mama marry. I ain't going to say if that's a good thing or a bad thing. That's just because she loved herself so hard. It's just like she feel like she don't need nothing for shit. And then anything can happen. You can lose your money. You can get money. Anything can happen in a day. Just imagine, she lost her job one time and she was left with nothing. And the man left her because she didn't have nothing. Yep. So it's just like, you got to realize shit just be happening. Yeah. So you just got to be ready for that shit.
And it's the hardest also for the Black community right now, honestly. Like I said, they like are trying to drive y'all apart. Like they know, the powers that be know that they can make way more money if they drive the Black community apart and they kill the family. That's why they incentivize, for them to break up and do all this. Like, think about all the incentives a woman gets now if they break up from their boyfriend or their husband and like take the kid. It's sad. It's hard. Like they want to destroy the families, Exactly. Now to get to the very last part, I'm going to do like a critiquing stage. So I'm going to give you a number of what I think you are based in a relationship. If I was in a relationship with you, what I would say you are in between a 1 and a 10. 5 is average. So don't get mad if I give you a 5. It just means that you'd be an average person in a relationship. Afterwards, y'all get to critique me back. You get to give me a number about what you think I'm in a relationship, because of y'all got to see how argumentative and much of a dickhead I am. So you get to give me a number back, and then you also tell me what you thought about the show. And I'll start with you. You're really smart. I think a lot of people sometimes will say that's not a good trait. I think it's a great trait when you're smart and you're also self-aware, which you are. So I think you're in a really good position. How old were you again?
21.
You're also extremely young. You're one of the best positions at this table by far because of how smart you are, your age. The only thing I'm scared about you for is your job, because this is what happens. I see girls on here all the time who have this really big head, and it's because they got this really bad job, but the guys that they want, they're not locking them in because those guys have so many other options because they're making 150, 200K a year. So the biggest thing I can say is what I've already said multiple times. Maybe lower some standards to take that guy, which you already said you would do. Because of that, I would give you a solid, like, honestly, like a 9. And the reason why is because, like, I could just tell that you're the type that you really want to, by all your responses and everything, I can tell you really want a relationship. You're willing to give up certain things to, like, make that perfect guy happy. You're set, honestly. You're in a really good spot. I would just say, just don't wait until you're 30. You know, like don't
on it.
yeah. Just don't wait too long, like some people do. For
And
you
pay
said
attention to your dad. Listen to your dad.
Yeah, listen to your dad.
I've been.
And you said that you're 27, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you're so, I could tell that you're a relationship person. You're with somebody for 9 years. Like, honestly, like, your age doesn't hurt you that bad because I can tell that you really have, like, a person that you care about, you really fucking care about, you know? So, like, honestly, you get another high number also. Like, I'm going to give you a solid 8 because I don't think you would be a bad, like, the only reason why you're not a 9 is because of your age. If you were younger, you would have easily been a 9. I think that you're a really good relationship person. You're willing to do certain things for men that some women might not do. That's a really good thing. So, no, props to both of y'all, honestly. For you.
I probably get a 3.
So here's the thing: you don't want a relationship. So since you don't want one, you're getting a 1 because you don't want one. If you want a relationship, you'd probably be at like a 4
2.
or a 5 or 3. Yeah, like a 2, 3, 4, honestly. But you don't want one. You know, I think that something's gonna click in your head when you're gonna want one, and you're gonna be a whole different person. Like, so I'm not gonna sit here and, like, hold you to everything that you said tonight because, like, you don't want it. You know, it's just not what you want. You might be a whole different person when you do want it one day. So, but yeah, I'll give you 1 because you don't want it. You're very argumentative. You like to interrupt. Those are just negative traits that are going to make it hard for you to find a really good guy. If you do find a really good guy, just do what you said earlier. Like, if he's a protector and stuff, like, don't argue with him. Be like, okay, daddy, you know, anything he says, just fucking be submissive and you're fine. But yeah, it's if you want it. For you, I see you as these girls kind of, how old are you again?
22.
You're just like them in that you're very, like, smart. You know exactly what you want. Like, I think you're willing to give up certain things for the right type of guy. You have a lot of really good traits. Like, honestly, I give you like an 8 or a 9. Like, I really do think that you could make somebody really happy and be in a really good relationship if you found the right guy. The big thing is finding the right guy.
Yeah, that's
So, yeah, big good luck on that because it's so hard because of your height. Honestly, it's just your height because
I am tall.
Yes,
most people don't look at tall women just off the rip.
yeah, and so that's the only thing that's going to make it hard for you is that. But I think that you're a good relationship person. You were kind of saying that, like, I would work on your communication because, like, you need to be prepared to, like, you know, kind of know how to communicate correctly with the right guy. One thing I always try to teach on the show is be complimentary, ladies. So what that means is if the guy is really good at doing certain things, like say he's a high earner or something like that, be complimentary in his life. Huh? What?
I done tried that.
What? Being complimentary?
Yeah, they take advantage of that, and that's when they.
Well, that's why, like, this all goes back to the red flags thing. If you can see certain red flags, you need to run. Yes, you got to stop immediately. And, like, but you got to understand, there's certain guys that when you're complimentary to him, he's gonna be like, oh, she's like this, I'm gonna start doing more and do these other things too. But I always teach being complimentary. That's what, if you ever want to lock in a guy that's a high earner or anything like that, the biggest thing to separate you from the other 5 girls that he's fucking is by you coming into his life and doing something they're not doing, which usually all they're doing is putting pussy up. So if you clean, you do this, you do that, you might be able to steal that guy from all of them. This is for the high value men. This is for those type of guys, though. If I like to teach, don't even try to go after those, though, because you could just become another plate being spun like all the other girls. So it just depends. It's a risk. You know, you got to roll the dice. Yeah, that's it, really. I'll let you go back at me first. Give me a critique how you think I would be in a relationship, and then let me know what you thought about the show.
I sound like a 5 because some of the stuff you were saying I just didn't agree with, but you know, that's just, I feel like that's just being a boy or just being a man or just being a dude in general. Some things you're not gonna agree with women. And I really like the show. I did learn a lot from the show, though. I mean, some stuff that I can go out in the real world and actually, you know, do. Some stuff I didn't know, and I see how a lot of y'all feel about dudes. So that it'll help me because I feel y'all ways in some of the situations. So I feel like this was a good show to learn about relationships and what you want and what you actually need to go look out for.
No, good. Thank you so much for coming, honestly. Would you come back again?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Thank you. Please bring a friend if you ever want to come again. You're more than welcome. What about you?
I would say about a 3, just because I didn't agree with most of the stuff that you said, and yeah, just I was saying, but the show is very nice. It's very professional. I think that was very good. I enjoyed the topics.
Even kicking a girl off was professional.
I mean, maybe let's get over that part. Other than that, but the whole setup and everything, I think it was very nice. But yeah, I would say about a 3.
I'll take it. I'm happy. A little bit below average. What if you like the show? Would you come back?
Yeah, I will come back.
Bring me your single girlfriend so we can argue some more.
Oh goodness.
Yeah, the ones that you bring on girls trips.
Oh no,
Yeah,
oh,
bring me the
my
girls
sister,
trip.
my sister out there, she probably is ready to eat y'all ass up with these questions and these answers that.
Next time you're coming on the
She gonna
show,
what?
She was
you
gonna
coming
eat
on
y'all
next
ass
time?
up, 'cause
You down to come?
some
All
of
right,
this is crazy.
Next time she's coming on. What about you?
I'll have to give you a 4, because just for the simple fact you kind of like think of the same way I think, just a little bit, if not more so towards like the men's side, which I mean that's understandable because I can't think like a man because I'm not one. But for the show, I would definitely say I loved it, just for the simple fact of it is because I was able to hear like everybody else's like point of views and experiences and see like, damn girl, you doing the same thing I'm doing, or like it's just like, or me being like the oldest one on the panel, I'm able to tell you like, look at me.
I got the experience.
No, seriously. And I will come back.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Bring a friend. What about you?
I'd say about maybe like a 7.5, mostly because I agreed with a lot of the stuff you said, and I like to think of things more, like I said, like I'm in STEM, so like I like to look at numbers and stuff like that. So when it comes down to it, whether or not it hurts, truth is truth. So yeah, I'd say maybe that. And then I would come back on the show. I had a great time, and like everyone else said, like everyone thinks different, and there's no problem with that. Like everyone will think different. If everyone have to have the same mindset, then that's
that's a boring world.
Yeah.
That's not fun.
But yeah, it was a good time.
Yeah, chat. Y'all been making these girls laugh the whole show,
No,
man.
seriously.
They be going hard. But no, I'm happy that you would want to come back. Thank you. If you ever want to bring a friend, please DM me. You're more welcome to come with a friend anytime. Thank y'all all so much for coming, guys. Like, I want to end it really quick with a little thing I like to say all the time. So the reason why I push so hard for not being single, being a team. So there's these horses, and the strongest horses in the world pull about 4,000 pounds each by themselves. I think it's like Norwegian or something like that. They pull 4,000 pounds by themselves. 2 of them together, how much do you think they can pull? Anybody guess? It quadruples. It goes up all the way to 16,000 pounds. It's not a double. It's not just 8K because there's 2 of them. It's 16. How much do you think 2 brothers that spend time together for like 6 weeks or they like spend a lot of time together and then they pull together? How much do you think they pull? It doubles. It goes up to 32,000 because they spent some time together. The world record pullers were 2 brothers that spent their whole life together. How much do you think they pulled? They pulled 52,000 pounds by themselves. So this is the power of teamwork. This is why I preach so hard on this channel that y'all need to find a teammate, because whenever you find a teammate, you're going to pull way harder through life. You're going to do way better. So please, if you learn anything from this today, I hope that you learn how to get, better at relationships and getting into one. No, thank y'all for coming, for real.
Gotta close out on some super chats.
Yeah.
2 of them here.
We got $5 from Ragu Man. From pink beanie to right, most masculine, very masculine, hiding her masculine, kind of masculine. From pink beanie to the right. So most masculine, he thinks. I don't think she's that masculine. She's just a runner. Very masculine, hiding her masculine, and kind of masculine. That was funny, right?
I think I'm masculine. It's funny because I am, but it's just like you don't show that side of you. But when they don't need to see all that.
They don't need to see
what
it all.
they see.
And then Jose with the 5 W stream. Thank you, bro, for always coming and supporting, bro. I really appreciate you, Jose.
I bet you Jose ain't got no woman either.
That's what I'm saying. You're very feminine.
All on the damn stream.
Hey, don't be roasting my chat.
Yeah.
Jose's the
he's the
Jose, anybody
follow
else?
me.
Hey, everybody, go follow them on all the go on the Instagram, go follow the girls, show them support. Thank you all for coming so much, ladies. This was a really good panel, other than the stupid bitch that had to leave.
Now, don't do her like that. Don't do her like that.
I had to. But no, thank y'all so much for coming, guys. Thank you, ladies, for coming. This was a really good show. I hope to see y'all again. And Chat, we will see y'all on Monday. Yeah, thank you, Donnie, and thank you to my girl for supporting, man. Thank y'all. Later, y'all. Good night. Peace
Good
out.
night. Bye, y'all.
What? Toodaloo, motherfucker.
That's crazy. I'm saying, I'm gonna watch my